All right. Let's put these foolish ambitions to rest.
So yeah, have you been playing?
Yeah. Okay, Elden Ring DLC.
Yes.
So okay, well, first of all, I have not beaten it. So
Sure.
I will, I guess, spoilers immediate. I'm up to, which I'll just say that I'm at
Yeah, I've
whatever
beaten
the fuck
it,
is.
so you're good.
Yeah, I'm at Radon.
Oh, okay. So you're at the end. Okay.
Okay, I am. Yeah, I figured I'm basically like at the end.
I mean, there could be some optional content you've missed, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I I got all the way up to the giant fucking dragon on the top of the mountain, and
Bale! Curse
Yeah.
you, Bale!
yes, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't think I could beat that guy right now. So I'm just gonna leave that for another time.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, and also Radon has just been like just absolutely shitting on my ass. So I just and then they were doing my windows and I took a break. And I haven't gotten back into it. Because I've been trying to, because I also realized I hadn't explored like a not unsizable portion of the map.
Do you still
So-
have you found all of like the actual maps?
I have found all the actual maps.
Okay, so you've gone to like the Frenzy Forest and stuff.
Yes, in fact, I think that's where I am right now. I think that's in fact, I think I finally found my way into the last area of the game. Well, not the last area of the game, the last area of the game that I had yet to actually participate in.
Yeah, it's a tough DLC, especially
It is.
especially Radon.
Yeah, here's what I feel like about him. I feel like they made Milena so hard in the base game that they like obviously needed to top that for the DLC, and whoo boy, he's a fucking nightmare, man. Holy shit. Like I can somewhat, I don't even know if that's true. Okay, if I can not get killed in the first 2 seconds of the fight while trying to summon my mimic tier, I can fairly reliably get to the second stage, but like I last no more than a couple moves in the second stage before I'm absolutely trashed to hell. So
Yeah, I do not like the tendency of the DLC bosses to like bum rush you, especially if you're trying to summon. That it seems unnecessary.
yeah.
Because I agree, like Radon and Bale are both really bad about that.
Yeah. I mean, like Bale, I'll forgive almost anything because he's like the DLC optional content ridiculous boss. You know, it's like the same thing as that other fucking boss that was just nonsense in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I will say, I think I don't know if maybe Egon was bugged, but Egon seemed to have unlimited health when I fought Bale, right? Like,
the guy you summon?
yeah, Egon, the bow guy.
Yeah. I've only watched videos of him being summoned because I haven't like gone back and done that fight yet. But like I think you might be right on that. I feel like I read something about like because he's basically a cutscene.
Yeah, so like if you have him, it's not so bad.
Okay, I haven't done that yet. I haven't actually like gone back and summoned him and then done the fight. Okay, fair enough. How many
Radon
like
was just a fucking exercise of will though to beat him. Yeah, you just have to do it.
how many scattertree fragments did you have to beat him?
19.
19.
Or
Okay.
not. Well, I was at level 19. Not
You were at
19
level
fragments.
19. Okay,
I
I'm
had
still, like-
47 fragments, I guess, or 45.
I think I'm at like 16. So
Yeah, you need more.
okay, fair enough. It's like just you need more. But see, here's the thing, right? So, and I told you this offline, but I'll tell everybody since I'm here, and we're doing a show. So why not? Why not just why not just say things? You know, I mean, like, why not just do it? But so I had to play the whole game again from the beginning because I didn't want to go into the DLC on New Game Plus, and my only character was already on New Game Plus. So I had to go back and beat Elden Ring, or at least beat it enough to get to Moog so
On
that
New
I could
Game
get
Plus?
into it. No, I started over. Like,
Oh, I
game,
see. Okay, yeah. Good.
yeah. So I started a new game and like got up to Moog. And man, I gotta say, you know what? On the second run through, I solidify my previous opinion. I thought like, okay, now that I've been through the game once, like it's gonna be easy street. It's not gonna be that much of a problem. You know, I'm gonna blow through it. And to be fair, the actual levels themselves, like I feel like I participated in exactly 0% of like the first castle, I like literally just ran straight up and like went straight to the boss, and I'm like, I know what to do. Like I didn't do any of the side shit.
Always
I, like,
the front gate.
Yeah, always the front gate. And like same thing with like whatever the Liurnia of the lakes or whatever, like her whole like that whole area. Like I feel like I did a whole thing. Like I had to go up like do all this shit. I was like, I just ran straight to her. I know where you are. I know how to get to you. I'll just run straight to you. The end. You know, I didn't fuck around with like doing the side path. I got both of the not Haligtree medallions, whatever the medallions are that you need to get up to the thing.
Rolled or whatever.
Rolled, yeah, medallions rolled. That's right. It's like I'll just get those and go up the thing. So like I did blast through the game, but like I was like, oh, you know, like I remember putting my foolish ambitions to rest and getting my ass kicked by, you know, the Morgoth, the first guy, and I still got my ass kicked by him. Like I absolutely was still getting my fucking ass kicked by him. And to be fair, I did do better this time. Like there was a couple of times when I was pretty close to beating him, like without summoning anything. But then I was like, what am I doing? Like, I just want to play the DLC. Like, I need to just get through this game. So I'm going to just summon for every fight, regardless. Just no nonsense. Just I'm summoning. And man, the game is so much better balanced around summoning ashes. Holy shit, man. Like, I'm like, I don't think I suck at Elden Ring. I just think that this game is balanced around having these ashes.
I mean, both can be true, but I also
suck.
use them all the time as well. So
yeah. I just like every time I would fight, I'm like, okay, like in any normal like Souls type game, he wouldn't be this bullshit. Like I'd have more openings and I mean, I've watched people, you know, beat him blindfolded with a dance pad at level 1 with a brick. Like, I mean, I understand that if you're good at the game and actually like pay attention to the boss patterns, like you can do it. But like, I feel like if I was to do that in Elden Ring, I would have to memorize so much more shit than I would ever have to do in any of the other games, which makes me feel like I'm doing it wrong. So ashes away.
Yeah, I just think that like, especially the DLC bosses are like Radahn especially is like, it might be the limit of what they can like do with the like way the movement system is in the game.
Oh, he's bananas hard because even with summoning, like he has, because he can switch so effortlessly between you and your summon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. His aggro switches in like the drop of a hat. Yeah.
It's like, because with a lot of the other bosses, it's like it felt like there was a good flow where it's like you could have their aggro drawn for a bit, you could fight them, they would come over to you, they would fight you, and then, you know, in their second phase or whatever, like they would get a little bit better at like splitting their aggro, but it wouldn't be like bullshit. Whereas like with him, like it feels like it's bullshit. It's so fucking hard.
Yeah, I got really pissed after beating that fight. I was like, that was too hard. Like I shouldn't have had to like stress myself out to the level that I did to beat that boss.
Okay, I feel better now. I thought that I was just like, I thought I was either under leveled from like a tree fragment perspective.
Yeah, I mean, you are a little bit,
or I'm just trash.
No, it's just a really fucking hard boss fight. I like they have to do something else for their next game. Like they can't escalate from here.
Yeah, because that's like, already at the top.
Because I've explained the Miyazaki go faster theory before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so it's like he can't go faster. Like he's done it. Like the 6-fold clone air slash technique that Radahn uses. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm describing.
I know exactly what you're describing. Yeah, it's like horseshit.
It's like you can't go. There's like you can't do more than teleport strikes. Like that's already the fastest that you can do.
Yes, we're already fucking teleport behind you. You know, nothing literally. Personnel kid. Like,
yeah, so like maybe he goes more Sekiro or something with the next game. But like I think Radahn is like the peak. Like I don't see how you go faster.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I like the bosses less and less as these series go on. Yep. Like Dark Souls 1 was perfect but like everybody caught up and then there was this kind of like, okay, well, it's got to be harder now. It's like, I know that you think that, but like, does it have to be like,
I miss swinging swords.
Yeah.
It was so fun to like swing a sword and have your character like swing a sword in a way you're like, yeah, that looks like a way you would swing a sword in real life.
Yeah.
And like that was it. And like sometimes you got a little crazy, but like it still looked like you were just swinging like human weapons for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think I was using Savage Lion Roar or whatever. So like my character's main move was flipping 3 times in the air. It's like,
is that the one where like you like, yeah, you do a flip and like do like a big overhand?
Yeah, you do a flip and then you like do another flip that has like an extra attack at the end.
Okay, I think I might be using the DLC. Same one.
You find it pretty close to the first.
No,
bonfire.
I'm not using that one. Then I'm using
Savage
the one
Lion
where it's
Claw.
like
Sorry, there we go.
Okay, I'm using the one where you do a front flip and then do another front flip and bring your sword down. Because I'm doing like a guts like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, cool. Are you using the new armor, the iron? That shit's fucking great.
Dude, okay, so that was one concession. So I made like this time around, I was like fashion souls only, right? Like I will not min-max my armor. Like if I can't wear the entire set, I'm not wearing it. Like of whatever I'm wearing. And also I made a girl character this time around, and I spent a lot of time working on the face, and so I'm like, okay, I'm only ever using the peasant circlet because then you can actually see the character.
Yeah,
I refuse to compromise. I will not wear anything other than that. And so yeah, my defense is not as good as it could be, but fuck them. Fashion souls to the end. I refuse. I refuse.
Yeah, I made a blue dancer character to use Milady with. And I went the chaos ending, and so he's just naked with like the giant like chaos finger burn across his chest.
Nice.
It's fucking badass.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, yeah, once you get into the second one, you gotta fashion souls. It's crucial. I will say though, holy shit, like playing, I mean, this is always true, but like I didn't really realize how true it was. Going back through Elden Ring, just the base game, when you're doing strength versus dex, that is a totally different experience. Some bosses way the fuck easier, some bosses way the fuck harder. Holy shit. What's her face? The lady with the Berthy was a sweeting or whatever the fuck.
Oh sure, yeah. She's way harder with dex, I would assume, or
no, she's super because she staggers really easily.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, I didn't realize that she summons a dragon in her second phase because I never gave her enough time to do that. Wow, that's
hilarious.
Yeah, like the first time I went through this, like I got to her, she did like the Azure Comet move and I dodged it and then I stun locked her until she died. This time around, that did not happen, and it took me many tries to beat her, and I was like, this is embarrassing. I have to summon for this? Are you kidding me? I didn't think I'd have to summon for this.
Try her with a magic build, then you'll know true pain.
Oh god, I've heard that it's not the best. But yeah, man, Elden Ring DLC, it's good though. I do like it.
It's good. It was big.
It is big, and it's hard to find all of the areas. Like
it's very vertical.
I feel like I had a very like Dark Souls-y type experience with like the level design, not quite in the same way of like, Dark Souls is very like intertwined, whereas this was just like, I was like, oh, I don't know how do you possibly get there? It's like you can't get there from here,
Yeah,
so it's just like,
yeah, seriously, that should be the name of the subtitle of the TLC.
Yeah, and like, so when I would find the actual route, it was like, oh, that's cool. Okay, that's how you get there.
Have you found the FP regen talisman?
Probably.
It's like you find it in a church and then you like jump down into the place where you started the DLC, where you first spawn in.
Then perhaps not.
Yeah, that's a really strong like Dark Souls moment where you're like, oh shit, this is here. Like there's a lot of those moments I feel like in that DLC.
Yeah, I think that they really like they nailed it with the level design. Like, because I mean, Elden Ring like is too big to have any kind of level design like that. So like it's just not viable. And like even the dungeons, like, there was some good moments in them, like there's some good shortcuts, but like this whole DLC is just, and it's also just looks fucking great, man. Like, ooh. I played a lot of it with the ray tracing on until I just got to the point where I was like, I got to that blue flowers area. I was like, I have to turn this off.
That place makes my computer chug for sure.
I'm like, I'm getting 1 frame per second right now. It's just like, I have to turn this off.
But it looks good though.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, I was prepared to be a little bit underwhelmed, and I was decidedly whelmed.
Yes, I was very whelmed indeed.
What else you been up to?
Let's see here. Oh, well, I mean, literally just yesterday I watched Raging Bull for the first time.
Oh shit! Have I watched Raging Bull? I feel like I have.
I feel like you've watched more classic movies than me, so I just assumed you had.
I feel like that's De Niro, right?
Yeah, De Niro, the boxing one.
Raging Bull. I'm pretty sure that I've watched this. What's the name of the actual boxer? It's
Ray LaMotta.
Ray LaMotta. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Raging Bull. That is a great movie. movie.
Yeah. It's
Jake LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta. Thank you. Yeah. Not Ray. I'm confusing him with Sugar Ray. Yeah. A very like I'd known it was like one of the like most famous movies, all time, etc. Classic. Very it was a very life is happening movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like, yes, this is this man, and he doesn't really ever change.
Yes.
Or do anything particularly dramatic.
Yes.
He just is. Robert De Niro, obviously very, very good role. I can see why him and Pesci got famous off this. Mm-hmm. Weird to see Pesci not being the super violent one for once.
Well, I mean, it's got to be one of them, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been a while since I've watched Raging Bull, like, holy shit. But I do remember it being one of those movies where it's just like, you watch it and I think it's like not a lot, like a lot happens around them, but like, it's just kind of like, oh, that was a movie that happened about people.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the way I felt about it. Like, they didn't even mention World War II.
Oh shit, I didn't notice that.
Right, like the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie takes place like Sugar Ray Robinson, he leaves to go fight, right? Like, that's why they don't fight for a while.
Yeah.
It's just like they don't even mention it. It's just like, it's great.
Yeah.
And then you should check out a movie called Alienoid.
Yep. Is this recent?
No, but the second one came out recently.
Okay,
Part
the
2.
Korean.
Yeah, it's Korean.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's not 2022. That's pretty recent. I'll call that recent.
Recent,
it's not,
sure.
Not 19.
I consider recent this year. That's.
Oh, is that the window? It's like we're doing internet recent. Well, that's not even internet recent. Internet recent is like, did it happen in the last
come on,
6
give
hours?
Me some slack here. Internet recent is yesterday.
Internet recent is already past. Every moment that we're talking, internet recent is disintegrated.
We're so many decades outdated at this point.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, Alienoid, Alien plus Human Part 1. Interesting.
Yeah, it's time travel alien shenanigans. With like, but the past is like the fantasy martial arts past.
Okay.
So the aliens are fighting like, Dynasty Warriors characters essentially.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I think you'll like it.
Okay. All right. I have to check this out, I say, and then we'll see if I actually
Yeah. I mean, it surprised me. I was like, I'd never heard of this. And like,
I like the it seems interesting. I like the idea of it for sure.
I'd avoided watching it for like a number of years because it just looked, I don't know, too like weird CGI mess. But then I watched it and I was like, oh, actually, this is fucking amazing. This is actually really good.
It's just like, oh, I actually realized this is exactly what I wanted to watch.
Yeah, all along. Yeah. So yeah, what about you?
Oh, I watched Delicious in Dungeon.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. So first of all, Studio Trigger, as we've discussed before, incredible. Just like, I feel like this was like the least Studio Trigger, but like, it was just like, what if we did a food anime, but then like made that an actually interesting concept instead of just making me hungry?
Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Although still.
Well, yeah. And making me hungry.
Yeah. It's still making me hungry.
But, you know what occurred to me as I was watching it? I was like, this is Dark Souls.
Yeah. Yes. You're right. Yeah.
Like it's like fucking mimics and just like the fucking like just I don't know like the kind of like sort of dark fantasy type world that they seem to be in, and like also like the architecture, I guess. Like it was just like the whole idea of just like, going down a dungeon and randomly stumbling on a city that's like, halfway underneath water and there's like weird shit under them. It's like the whole time I was like, oh, this is like a Dark Souls romp plus cooking anime.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Souls is big in Japan too, I'm sure.
I don't doubt for a second that it had to have been an influence, on the world design, if nothing else. But like, no, I mean, they're going to make another one. I'm very happy about that. Like,
Oh, they are?
Yeah. There's going to be another season.
Cool.
Yeah. Fucking. Yeah.
That makes sense, of course. Super popular.
I mean, yeah. And, I feel like Studio Trigger, for a lot of this, like, they seem to be able to do what they want generally. So I feel like they wouldn't make something like that and then just be like, eh. It's just like, no. If we're making a clear to be continued end to this, it's because we intend to continue it. Yeah, that was really good. And then we also watched. Have you watched Pluto?
Oh, I want to say yes.
Okay.
But it's just so famous that I don't actually know if I have seen it, honestly. Oh wait, is this new? There's a modern remake of Pluto?
So Astro Boy, right, is, obviously the super famous one.
Yeah.
And Pluto is a gritty remake.
Is that the one where the guy's investigating the murders?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't watched it. I've read it.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, many, like a decade ago.
Well, I'm here to tell you that the anime is superb.
Yeah, I remember Pluto being one of those, like, makes me cry mangas.
Oh, yeah.
So I would say it's probably amazing. Yeah.
It is out. I mean, like, and it's what's crazy is, like, because I was reading some of the storylines from, like, so apparently, I guess Pluto follows the World's Strongest Robot arc from Astro Boy, and it follows it. It's like the same story, almost beat for beat, with some minor changes. Like, I don't want to say minor changes, but they're like, it's like almost all the same characters doing almost all of the same things, except for told mostly through the lens of the detective character instead of Astro Boy, and just absolutely the most gritty version of it possible. And by God. And like, it's funny too, because it's like, they do it gritty, but like, I there was maybe like 2 instances, possibly maybe even only one, of like actual blood ever showing up at any point. Like, it's not gory, but it's like
it's
gritty.
serious.
Yeah, it's serious. Yeah, that's the right. It's serious.
It's just really serious.
And God, man, holy shit. So yeah, just fuck. I mean, like,
yeah.
So if you've read
Pluto's,
it,
it's a masterpiece. Yeah.
I mean, like, the episodes are an hour long, and they're like,
oh fuck yeah, I do need to watch that.
Yeah. It's not like it's done in like the almost like movie, like anime style, where it's like, okay, they've clearly put all of the money into every single episode type of thing. Dude,
okay.
Fuck, it's
I
so
might have
good.
to just watch that after the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, it's insane how good it is. And also, I guess you probably already knew this because you read it, but it was written by the same person that wrote Monster.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
It's one of the
man.
reasons I read it, I think, is because I didn't want to read all of Monster. So I was like, I'll read something else by the same guy.
Yeah, and Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto.
And then other than that, so I mean, I told you I was getting my windows done, so I didn't have my computer, I didn't have my TV, so I haven't really been able to like do either of those things. So I've been reading Discworld.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah.
So I finished Color of Magic. I think I was starting that last time we talked. Finished Color of Magic. Finished Light Fantastic, and I'm about, I want to say 3/4 of the way through Sorcery. I'm following your order, which I assume is the Machete Order.
I know. I think I have the order being the regular order, the release order.
I can tell you that is not true, because Sorcery, I think you're following the release order of Rincewinds.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I definitely, it's like, I was like, because
there's equal rights and more. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, because Dad handed me Sorcery. I was like, wait, isn't there like 2 books in between this? He's like, Steven said to read this one. I'm like, okay. The end. That's all I need to know. Oh. It's clearly a Machete Order to this, so I'll just let.
Yeah,
I
think I bought the 3rd book in like the Rincewind trilogy or something to complete that. Yeah,
got it.
That reminds me.
Okay.
Didn't realize my casual choices had such impact. I'll have to do a little more research.
Well, it's funny too, because it's like, if you look online, there are like,
of course there are. Yeah,
of course there are. Like, there are many.
I didn't ever look into that.
Yes, there are many Discworld reading orders, and this is I'm certainly following one of them. It's like the Rincewind order.
Hell yeah.
So,
okay. Well, good.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, I said it last time, and I'll say it again. I mean, there's a very like I guess it's British humor, right?
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, because it reminds me a lot of Douglas Adams, and I guess Douglas Adams also being British.
Yeah. Yeah. You've watched Top Gear. You know.
I know. I do know.
You do know. You've been immersed.
Although I feel like Terry Pratchett is a little bit more meta humor though.
Oh, I mean, almost entirely. Yeah, of course. He's like the master of meta humor.
Yeah, because he makes so many like fourth wall breaking references.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is that Discworld is the fourth wall break fantasy series. That's what's so great about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he also, I do find that he's a little bit difficult to read at times because he does a thing, and I don't know if you are susceptible to this, but I certainly am, is like he starts a sentence, throws a comma in there, just goes off on a fucking tangent, and then brings you back, and you're like, what? I'm sorry, Sir Terry. Take him. What was the point of this sentence? Hang on.
Yeah.
What were we trying to communicate?
Well, he doesn't want to have too many footnotes.
Yeah. So he just footnotes inside of the sentence.
Yeah, inside the sentence.
And I find myself having to like reread some of the sentences like 3 or 4 times before I'm like, wait, what? Okay, sorry.
No, then you just have to do that.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure that I'm not like, I mean, I am nothing if not the king of poor reading comprehension, but like, man, sometimes I feel like I'm just dumb.
Hey, if you think Terry Pratchett's bad, go read some like James Joyce or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Try to read. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Let's see here. James Joyce, Ulysses.
It's just gonna be commas and subcommas and semicolons and colons and parentheses.
I don't know. It won't come off. I don't think it'll come off.
Okay, not a good example. Okay,
but that is what that is. Just a famous, incomprehensible book.
Have you ever read Infinite Jest?
Infinite Jest? No, I don't think so. Oh,
okay.
David Foster Wallace. No, I've not read this.
Okay. I was going to ask you if it's worth reading because it's one of those like giant fucking books that like I've always thought about reading one time, but like I don't want to read a 1,079 page novel if I'm going to end up just using it as a doorstop because it weighs the size of the fucking sun. Because like that's a big investment, like I don't know if I really want to get into that. So I was going to ask if it was good because I've always heard about it, but I didn't know if it was actually like worth reading.
It sounds like it's so good that it scares people off. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, which makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
I will say though, by the way, so like, coming off the back of Dune, which was, I love those books, but my God, what a fucking like slog that is, because it's just so dense. Like it's like trying to read like an encyclopedia in another language. It's a lot. And I was kind of feeling like, man, I'm just like, reading is hard. Boy, it's hard. And like going into Discworld, I'm like, no, it's not. Reading is easy. I just blast through it. It's just like, I mean, even with the Terry Pratchett nonsense of like, I have to read the sentence 7.5 times to understand it. It's like, A, the books are like 200 pages, and B, I laugh a lot. So like it makes them kind of coast through fun. Instead of like a dense philosophical novel told by a giant worm. Like, so, just every so often I got to read different books and remind myself it's like, no, reading could be fun instead of just like a deep intellectual exercise where I need to like sit back afterwards and like contemplate like my entire life up to this point and make sure I haven't made any incredibly poor decisions that a giant sandworm is going to be like, oh, you idiots. What were you thinking, you stupid piece of shit? Have you read any more Dune books, by the way?
No.
You got to let me know when you do. I am wait with, I guess probably not bated breath because I'd probably be dead, but something.
I will definitely get to it without a doubt.
I believe
you want to do them.
I can trust that you will probably read things. So
yes, I will. Yeah.
It is, watching things or playing things. It's kind of a toss up, but I feel like I can usually find you reading things at one time or another.
Yeah, I read a lot.
You do read a lot.
Yeah, even now.
Even now.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that you haven't probably watched, did you ever get around to watching Witch from Mercury?
No, but I got very close.
Oh my God!
I don't.
We continue to make closer and closer passes. One of these days,
I know.
we're gonna clip
seriously, it's like I'm like orbiting it right now.
Well, I did finish Iron-Blooded Orphans, and I was correct. It was the best one. Holy shit, Iron-Blooded Orphans, just the best fucking Gundam. So, yeah, Iron-Blooded Orphans. If you want to watch a Gundam, oh man, Iron-Blooded Orphans is really fucking good. It's like, everybody says it's the best. And I was like, okay, but like, how good could it be? And it's just like, it's like, it just does everything in exactly the opposite way that I would have normally expected a Gundam to do it. And because of that, it just makes it perfect. It's just so good.
Okay, yeah, interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Yes. I mean, Witch from Mercury.
First, yes.
Yeah, but like Iron-Blooded, if you watch that, you're like, man, I have an itch for Gundam. Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's very good.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tower of God Season 2 started.
I saw. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, so I'm watching that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I never watch anything live, but although, so it's finished, so we are watching it, but we're watching Irregular at the Magic High School Season 3.
Oh, God, yeah, great. Yeah, good.
You made me do this, all right?
Yeah.
You were the one.
I watched it already.
You know what? I feel like they've
good.
toned it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Someone
only about
sat
halfway
down
through,
the
but
author and was like, dude, like, I know you're Japanese, but like, it's weird.
yeah, it's weird and it's gross, and you need to stop. And he's just like, I'll never stop. It's like, here's the weird thing is, I watch so many fucking anime, and like, I like a lot, and even the ones that I really like, I come back to later for like the next season. I'm like, I have no recollection of this. I don't remember any of the characters, anything that's happening. Like, I need a recap. Regular at the Magic High School, which is supreme trash. And I fucking remember everything about that. I don't know why. It's stuck
fucking cool. It's so fucking cool.
It is cool. It's stuck
The
so hard
guy
in my
like
mind.
exploding people's blood in his bodies and stuff. Like you remember that vividly, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, like, shit is it has an interesting concept despite the fucking weirdness from the author.
The super incest.
The super incest. Oh fuck. All right, cool. Shit. I think that's all. Those were all my notes of everything that's gone on in my life up to the past week and a half, month
basically.
and a half, whatever.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about some albums?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So why don't you tell me what you recommended to me, Steven, and then I will tell you what I recommended.
All right. I recommended Runner's High by The Pillows and Ex-Military by Death Grips.
And what was your reasoning behind these recommendations, Steven?
Oh, yes. Yeah. The Pillows, there was a reason I recommended it from the last podcast.
Yeah. I haven't gotten up to that point in doing the editing that I can remember why, but I remember you did have a reason.
I was relying on that. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so it went.
We were talking about something, and you were like, The Pillows, and I was just like, okay, sure.
Audience out there in internet land, you'll help us remember. I'm sure.
Yes.
You know why I recommended it. That's what's important. And then I recommended Death Grips because you liked, also from the last podcast, but I remember because you liked Run the Jewels.
Yes.
So I thought I'd give another run at this album and see if you've changed your opinion at all.
Yes. Excellent. And then I recommended Chinese Football by Chinese Football. And I also recommended Mothership by Dance Gavin Dance. Now, Mothership was going to be paired with Emarosa until, fucking Velocity Design and Comfort graced my ears. And I was like, well, that's gonna be the one. So Mothership got bumped, but I still have been listening to this a shit ton and love it, and was like, all right, I was going to do it last time. I'll just do it this time. And then Chinese Football, honestly, like it's one that's been on my list for a while. I've been kind of like reluctant to do it just because it's long and because it's math rock. But I was like, you know what? I picked one out of a hat of my ones that I was like, I need to recommend this to. I love this album. Like, this is one of these albums that I was just like, because it's like, I found this through American Football, obviously. It's obviously a play on the
sure.
Yeah, it's obviously a play on American Football, and I like this one more than American Football. This is the better album. But so, like, honestly, this one is on there just because I wanted to listen to it more than anything else.
Hell yeah. Nice.
But anyway, I vote that we start with The Pillows, if you have no argument.
Okay. Do you have any music you want to
No, I have not. So I have been fucking, you know what I've been messing around with is I just been messing around with modular synthesis and like tweaking knobs and fucking just making like giant patches and stuff. And I have yet to record any of that because I've just been lazy and I've just been like playing around with knobs, man. Cool. I actually ended up downloading the, so I've been using kind of like the one that like plugs into the rest of my software, because, you know, I in my mind, I figured I was going to be using it more like directly, like, you know, hitting stop and start and like doing actual things. And I've realized I don't actually use modular synthesis that way very often. If I use it at all and not just to like make stuff and then never do anything with it because it's just fun to make. I usually record it and then add it to other things. And so I don't really need it to like be within the rest of my music making environment. So I downloaded the more complete version that like is just got everything. And I've just been going down just gigantic rabbit holes of like making stuff. So one of these days, I swear to God, I will record some of this stuff and I will like put it out there. I don't know if it'll be something that we'd listen to even on the podcast, because it's like a lot of this stuff, like people are like, oh, like fucking, they just like record the entire thing for like an hour because it's all generative and random. And so it like evolves over time in random ways and you just kind of like leave it on in the background. And so I might put some of that stuff out there at some point, or I might try to like take snippets of it and like turn it into songs. But yeah, I've been making music, but I haven't actually been recording any of it.
Well, that sounds cool though.
Yeah, it's fun. I have to show you that next time you're down. So
yeah, let's start with the pillows.
Let's fucking start with the pillows, man. Okay, let me start off the bad news.
Yes.
I think that this benefits a lot from having FLCL playing while it's on, and when FLCL isn't on while this is on, I feel like I don't enjoy it quite as much.
Yeah, I mean, it is a 25-year-old album.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like fancy production wise. It's very, bare bones in that way.
I didn't like this the first couple go arounds. Like the very first time I went through this, I was like, oh, this is not, I don't think I like this like, at all. It grew on me. I will say that for sure. Like I found myself humming this a lot more than I expected to. But I definitely had a different picture of this album in my head than the reality of it, which is always a bad thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I do get that. I also always think of this album as being more energetic than it ends up being when you actually listen to it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you mean. It's like, I think it's going to be one way and it's just not that way.
Yeah. It's very like romantic sounding rock almost.
Yeah. It's like,
Forlorn.
it's evoking a certain era of like, I guess like almost like pop punk. And I think that's wrong, but like,
no, I think
anyway.
That's pretty close. It's because Japan's always like a decade behind or whatever they say. And so it's like, this is like 90s rock, but like right at the end of the 90s.
Yeah. Like it just, I don't know. There's an element of some of these tracks that feels like a bad Green Day album.
I don't benefit of never having listened to Green Day really. So I get to avoid that.
And I don't like Green Day.
Sure.
So it's like a bad version of a band that I don't like. So like I will say, I still don't really like Sad Sad Kitty. I think it's a bad intro track to this. And it like made me not like the album more at first because I don't like the track very much. I don't know what it is about it. Like it just doesn't do anything for me, like.
But you like other songs on the album.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
I would say Sad Sad Kitty is like a pretty strong, it's one of the stronger songs. Because I don't think every song on this album is like as good as every other song. Let's put it that way.
I will tell you, my favorite song on this album probably isn't going to surprise you, but it's probably the dumbest one to think is my favorite song.
Okay. Well, I'll wait in suspense for that when we get to it.
Yeah, I'm almost betting you could guess it, but like...
I mean, I know what my favorite song on the album is, but I'm not sure what yours would be.
What is it?
White Ash.
Yeah, okay, I could have predicted that. I in my mind I was like, I bet it's White Ash.
Yeah.
The White Ash. White Ash.
Yeah. Although I like Paper Triangle
Okay.
is also really good. What's yours?
Paper Triangle.
Paper Triangle. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's like, it's no lyrics. It's like almost, is it the shortest track on the album? No,
Nope.
Not quite.
That's
White Ash is actually,
actually.
White Ash is actually the shortest track on the album. But White Ash is at least like more of a song. Like Paper Triangle is almost like a transition song practically. It's not, but
It's not, but yes, no, it kind of is.
Yeah.
I do also like that song a lot. Yeah.
But no, I feel like Instant Music is a much better entry point into this album than Sad Sad Kitty.
Yeah, I mean, I do like all the songs on this album, so I'm not gonna. It's like, yes, this is also a good
You're
song.
like, correct, okay.
Yes, this is also a good song. Yeah,
Like I found myself humming Instant Music a lot. Like I was like,
yeah. Instant Music is definitely one of the stronger ones. But I think I'm gonna say that. I think I'm inevitably gonna say that about every single song.
It's like, this is one of the stronger ones.
This is one of the stronger songs on this album.
If I was going to machete order Runner's High for a moment, first of all, I would put Runner's High as the first track, and then I would just dump Sad Sad Kitty entirely, and then throw on Instant Music, and then really it's the rest of the album. Honestly, it's weird. You
just really don't like Sad Sad Kitty.
I really don't like Sad Sad Kitty as an intro to the album, and I feel like I might even like it more if it was like somewhere in the middle. But I've soured on it now. It's like it's ruined. Like
no,
I just
I
don't
get that.
like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know, so it's just like, I don't know. I found that when I start the album from Instant Music, I end up liking the rest of the album more. And if I start it from Paper Triangle, I end up just going back to Paper Triangle in circles because I like that. But you know, like, because what this is, I mean, it very much is. It has a very pop punk feel, and like I did pop punk a lot. You know, like that was like the genre of music that I listened to in like the middle to late stages of high school.
Yeah, that's what you started with.
And I'm over it, you know, like I don't want to listen to it. Like I feel like if FLCL was playing right now with this in the background, like I'd be like, yeah, but like then, you know, then you take that away and I'm like, I don't like it as much.
Sure. I mean, a good music video always helps a song be better, I find. So I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, there are some songs that are their music video. Like, have you ever listened to, what the fuck is it? The Gautier song or whatever without the music video? I mean, like, excluding the remixes that you've listened to with just guts. Those don't count. But like that song without its music video, like it's like practically a liminal space. It's just like, oh, this is like it's because I like hear it like in the grocery store or something, and I'm like, oh, this is weird. Like,
what song are you talking about?
That somebody you used to know.
Somebody used to know. Okay, that's okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like it's like it's in the grocery store. Like I was just like shopping, and I was like, this is weird. Like this shouldn't be happening.
See, it's interesting.
Like,
what music video are you talking about for it?
You've never seen the music video for it?
Yeah. See, like it's like I've seen music videos using that song, but never the official one, I guess.
Oh my god!
So to
it's
me,
like
I imagine like Space Marines. That's the thing I always watched it with. There was like Space Marine video.
God. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. Holy shit! Like this music video is fucking like it's iconic. Like it is the song.
But see, to me, it's not at all.
I know, it's just weird. Like I only ever saw this with the music video.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
The pillows.
The pillows. That's right. God, wow.
Yeah.
Went on a little tangent there.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So
Juliet's good.
Yeah, you like Juliet?
Yeah. I mean, they got that part where you go, wow. Yeah, 118. Wow. I do like you. I mean, like some of these kind of rock, you know?
Yeah, that's what I would say is like they all have moments of like genius.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, yes, the songs can be kind of plain other than that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I knew you were going to love White Ash, so I knew that was going to be your favorite one. Like I was like, this is a Steven song. Yeah. Like
just like a great drum line and then some guy just screaming White Ash.
Ash!
White Ash!
White Ash!
Something White Ash. I don't know what the lyric is, honestly. Yeah, but I loved White Ash is so good.
No Self-Control.
I mean, yeah, it's a slower song, except when it, stops that.
No, it's good. Okay, I lied. It's
exactly,
like around a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They always lull you with the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is a banger.
No, yeah, you're right. I lied to you just then.
Yeah, you just don't like the first song, it seems
I
like.
really just, I mean, it is amazing how much a first song can fuck up your whole listen.
No, for sure. No, you know what? We're going to get back to that theme later on in this podcast.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. The two like around 2:30 when you just start like blasting on the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. They
I
jam
feel like
on this one.
I feel like I'm fighting a giant like kaiju with like a thing coming out of my head, and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it does the trick. There are a lot of songs on the album though.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it is a big album.
It's a short album, but it's a big album.
Yeah.
Wake Up Frenzy is good because it does like a thing that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like something about like the interplay between like the drums and the guitar, and it's just like it has like a little bit of like there's some of these tracks that have like a little bit of a math rocky feel to them.
Yes, for sure.
That I like, obviously. Paper Triangle more so than the rest, but like.
Yeah, in my head, The Pillows is like way more math rocky than they end up being when I listen to them.
Yeah, they're very much like a pop punk, maybe even, I don't know.
They're
There's some
math rock
type of
adjacent.
punk.
Like I feel like they were just too early. Even though I'm sure they're much older math rock, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, like I think there's math rock like going into like I think in the 80s. Yeah. I don't know.
They had made like 10 albums before this, so it's not like this was their first album or anything. This feels like a first album for some reason.
It doesn't it though? It really does. Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's very grungy.
It is grungy, but it's not like grunge because it's too like upbeat grunge. To be grunge.
Yeah. I just mean it's raw.
Yeah, which I normally like, and yet for some reason I don't know
because it's a poppiness.
Yeah,
it's very contrasting,
but like the wrong kind of poppiness.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
Like, I will talk about that at a later album because I feel like there's a right and a wrong kind of poppiness.
Sure, yes, I would agree with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Paper Triangle, oh, dude, because it's like this really, it's just this chill guitar. It's like, but then like really fast drum beat, like quiet but fast, and like this oh, dude, so good. Oh my God, I love that. It's there's like nothing going on, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a simple little thing. It's just like a guitar and drums.
And it's really, they get the triangle sound really well.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's perfect. Ding! Yeah, that cymbal work is like impeccable.
Yeah. And I love the little splash cymbal. It's like, oh. This is like the math rock equivalent of like breakbeats.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then like even like the big guitar interplay is really nice there too, like around like a minute 20 something.
Yeah.
No, dude. Like I honestly like, because I mean I listened to these a fair bit, all of these albums, and I spent a lot of time on Paper Triangle. I'd listen to Paper Triangle, it would go to Brand New Love Song. I'm like, Paper Triangle again, please.
Paper Triangle.
Paper Triangle again, please.
It has a very jamming in your garage feel.
Oh yeah. But like in a way that like it's way too good to be jamming.
Yeah.
In your garage.
Yeah. A bunch of professionals jamming in their garage.
And also, it sounds incredible live. I watched a couple live videos of this. Sounds so good, dude. Yeah, like, I like Brand New Love Song. I feel like this is the most Japanese out of all of them. You know what I mean? Like, Japanese rock has like a certain mouthfeel that I feel like this has. Like, because the rest of this album to me feels like The Pillows. And then this one feels like this could show up in literally any anime soundtrack and I wouldn't even bat an eye. I like it for that reason partially, but like,
yeah, I guess it's very it like everything kind of drags together. You know what I mean?
I wonder if it's also partially like chord structure or something like that. Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah, I think we'll talk about that with Chinese football too.
Because like there are certain like I've heard this said, and I'm gonna just take it as being true because I think that it is that because Japan was pretty influenced by jazz in general, that a lot of like their chord progressions just end up being a little bit jazzier than you would normally get with like a, 4-piece rock band. Like you're going to get jazz elements that you wouldn't normally get in music.
They got that funk.
It's not even just funk though. It's like, it's just like, it's spiciness. Like there's some like spicy chord changes where it's like, oh, okay, they're modulating into a different key that like normally you would just go 4-chord song, and they don't do that everywhere.
Yeah.
And maybe it's why I don't like Sad Sad Kitty, because I feel like even if they are doing the same thing that I just said a second ago, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like a very like I'm like, okay, and it's probably not true. They probably, like, if I look at the fucking chorus, it's probably some crazy nonsense and I'm wrong. But if it doesn't sound like that to me, then it's useless.
Of course. Yeah.
Midnight Down, also good.
Song. Yeah.
Again, much more straightforward, but like, I don't know. You know what this song sounds like to me? This sounds like a Bare Naked Ladies song to me. You know? Like if you played this like 1 week and then this immediately afterwards.
Yeah, I think it's the way that like the drum work.
Even the guitar tone a little bit honestly reminds me of like certain Bare Naked Ladies songs, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just like
very ska.
I had like a moment where I was like, is this a Bare Naked Ladies song? Is that what this is?
Yeah, I could imagine this is like the intro to a sitcom for sure.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I think of when I think Bare Naked Ladies for some reason.
You know what? I get it.
It just seems like their thing, even though I don't know if they've ever done that.
You know what? I can't. Somebody must have used a Bare Naked Ladies song as the intro to a sitcom. Borderline Case is good. I like the kind of like, I don't know. It's like, I guess is it reverby guitars or is it there's some other effect? Maybe it's like a chorusy effect on there. Maybe it's both.
I don't know what you would call it. Are you talking about like the high pitched stuff?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there might be an effect on there. I don't know if I'm making that up or not, or I'm just getting too into my head on this, but
I think there is. Yeah. I think it's reverby. That makes sense to me.
And then there's Runner's High, which should have been the first track. I don't know. It's just like, I listen to it, I'm like, it just feels like, it's like the album is Runner's High. It's Runner's High. It's like, God, this feels like it should just be number one.
Yeah, like starting with the clapping and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just feels like it gets me into the right mood for the album. Like, I look at the picture and I'm like, this is the song that should come on first.
Yeah, I think they have the problem of there's no way they could maintain the momentum of that intro with the album they had.
I guess. But sometimes that's okay. Like, sometimes it's like, okay, you throw a big one out there first and then you bring it back down.
Yeah. No. Mm-hmm.
Just run us high.
Yeah, it is a great song, though. Us high. Yeah, it has the energy.
Oh, yeah. And then Tashikame ni Yoko. Let's see if that's true or not.
Oh, wow. I'm doing a little clap over here. You can't hear it, I don't think.
I can't.
Yeah, a much more traditional one.
I was pretty happy when I saw that. I was like, wait a second, I think I know what that says.
Wow, that's crazy. You're doing it.
I'm doing it, man. I actually, based on that, I actually learned something, because normally that like the last like 3 characters would be pronounced Ecole. Mm-hmm. But I guess apparently in songs and like and things where people are trying to be literary, they use the older pronunciation of Yol instead, so Yoko. Because like when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, he says Tashikame ni Yoko, and I'm like, wait, did he say yo? And I was like, oh, that's apparently a thing that like in music they always pronounce it like that because it sounds more like flowery and poetic instead of the more like, you know, normal pronunciation.
Wow,
so
that's
I learned
cool.
something.
Yeah, oh, I like that. Yeah, I think that's how it is in anime too, right? Where they're all like, they actually sound ridiculous, right? Essentially.
I mean, well, sometimes they go like full samurai too, and they're using all sorts of like endings and shit that you would never ever hear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all like outdated, archaic language.
Gotta say though, fucking love the intro of this. Like, it's like that like call and response between the guitar and the bass. It's so. This and Paper Triangle for me are like standouts. Like, I want an album of just this and Paper Triangle. I don't know what album that is. I guess to me, it's actually kind of like, I really wanted this to be Chinese football. Honestly, there's a part of me that's like, it's bad that I chose Chinese football because there's a lot of me that's just like, I really like Chinese football. And those 2 tracks are the most Chinese football-y of the tracks on this list. And it's like, it was my own fault for doing that. I shouldn't have done that.
You didn't know.
It's like,
you couldn't have known.
I don't know if subconsciously I did it, you know, but like, it's what I really wanted.
Well, great.
But
well,
I love this song, though.
This album really only exists for me because of FLCL. So to hear you say that it would be better with FLCL in the background, I can't disagree.
Yeah.
Because I agree.
it is a music video.
Yeah.
It does benefit from its music video.
To me, this is the FLCL album, more so than it is the Pillows album.
Yeah.
In many ways. But I still like it. I think it's a great album still.
No, there's definitely some songs. Instant Music stands on its own. Paper Triangle stands on its own. Let's see if it's true or not. Definitely stands on its own. I like White Ash, like, is great. Like, I think that, like, I think overall I liked this album a lot more than I thought I was going to. Well, I liked it a lot less than I thought I was going to. And then after I was like, I don't know, like maybe like a week ago, I was ready to just trash on this and be like, ah. But then like I like re-listened to it again. I'm like, no. Reframe your mind. You do actually like most of these songs actually quite a lot, and you've been humming them for like the past, 2-3 weeks. So you obviously do.
Yep. Sometimes you're just not in the right headspace for the album.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be something that it wasn't. And so then like when the songs that were actually like the last track, I actually feel like is a lot of what I remember thinking this album was going to be like. But like it's at the end of the album. So like I'm already like checked out like one song in, and so it fucked it up for me. But no, I ultimately ended up liking this, but it was more of a struggle than I had imagined. I really thought that this was going to just be like a slam dunk.
Yeah. Well, you just need a remix of it, clearly.
Yeah, clearly. I just need the Space Marines remix of this. All right, where do you want to go next?
Oh, we need to go to Chinese football next.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
All right.
Without a doubt.
All right.
Okay. So, interestingly enough, in much the same way that like you wanted the Pillows to be more like Chinese football initially, especially this first like intro song, Game Start, reminded me instantly of the Pillows. Like immediately, I was like, wow, like did Jason choose a Pillows album too, essentially? But then as I got further in, I realized that like this album was fucking amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, like this is really like this is good.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like, this intro song is great. It's like a nice fade in, but like really Goalkeeper obviously is where the album like really starts.
Oh yeah, with like the the reversed guitars sound at the beginning.
Yeah, I have the love me some reverse sounds note.
Hell yeah.
For this one. Yeah, I'm a big sucker for those. So immediately I was like, oh hell yeah, this is great. And this, I mean, every song on this album is fucking amazing.
Yes. Like, I found a math rock album that you really like.
Yeah. Maybe it's because they are Chinese, but like they don't just use the same math rock tones that everyone else uses.
No.
And it's just so nice. It's so nice to have some like variety for once in math rock.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like you never get that. It always sounds the same, and it's so annoying. And this, they just knock it out of the park with this.
In the if you look up this album on YouTube, somebody describes this album because I mean obviously this is like a playoff American football, which is we listened to two of the American football albums. American Football is like a seminal Midwest emo math rock band, and the top comment on this one is when you copy somebody else's homework and get a higher grade.
Yes. Yeah, I did see that one too. Yeah, I completely agree.
It's so fucking apt, man. It's just like, this is like these guys saw what American football was trying to like proto-create and were like, oh, okay, we can finish that. Like, we can make that work. It's so fucking, because it's like, yeah, I mean, I know you hate the constant like insanity of math rock. And I feel like American football was very good at like dialing that back enough to make it melodic and interesting, but that album was short and it was unfinished, and this is the opposite of that.
Yeah, this is so good. 120 on Goalkeeper, when they just like he gets into it with the guitar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like it's funky.
Oh, it is. It's so much funk into this album. Like the guitar tone is so good. Everything sounds so tight, and like I mean, like the musical ideas are just interesting on this.
Yeah, it's a weird blending of, I guess, the like chord structure of Chinese music and American music, or math rock, right? Like, and so it's just so cool sounding.
I was kind of on the fence about. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna like. It's always a struggle thinking, but like I was like this album. I was like, I know this album is really good because like it's an hour, and it never feels like it to me. So like. I mean, it might just be me liking it, but I was just like, I kind of feel like this album might actually just be a masterpiece.
No. This is a really, really good album.
Fuck yeah.
It also really helps that it's in Chinese.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah. Although I will say, I do have one complaint.
Give it to me.
About the music. I'm not a big fan of La La's.
La la la.
He likes some La La's, especially on Goalkeeper.
Yep.
And I'm just like, in general, it's just like, it's a nitpick. It's 100% a nitpick. But, you know.
I'll take it. That is,
it's a personal opinion. That's all.
I feel like this is very much a woof situation. Like, I love the La-Las. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is about it.
Yeah. It's like, la, la, la. He could be singing like those smooth Chinese words that I don't understand.
I mean, how do you know it's not? There was that one poem that's all chi. Like, maybe it is. I mean,
oh my God. Yeah, but
it probably is.
But I don't think so. I suspect.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, and since I don't listen to lyrics anyway, just really like it's nice to just.
You're like, damn it! I understand that lyric. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, that's what the problem is. I'm like, oh, la la la. I recognize what that is. Oh, he's singing. Oh, right. Because I really like the vocalist. Obviously.
He's fantastic.
I don't have any particular notes about Flying Fish. The problem with this album is that every song is good.
Yeah, Flying Fish, so I feel like is one of the more math rocky of them.
Yeah, and it's also on the longer side, so it drills into that math rockiness a little bit too much for me.
Yeah,
but
I guess probably the note on there is maybe like around like 320 when it starts.
I was going to say even before that.
Oh, okay.
125, or I guess it really starts at like 110. Just the. Da, da, da,
yeah, the call and response between the drums and the guitar.
Yes, it's like it's not too math rocky.
It's restrained. Yeah,
it's really, they're not going like crazy with it.
Yeah, it's like 326 though when he's got like the tremolo on the guitar. Tremolo.
Oh yeah,
love me some of that. I mean, this is another band where it's like an album full of moments, Because I feel like Pillows was very much like that. Of just like it's strung together with like a whole bunch of moments, and like there is a whole bunch of moments in this. Like there's like all these little bits where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that part, or oh that's right, that part.
Yes, yeah, 100%. Speaking of 400 meters, just all of the lyrics on this song. I don't know what he's singing about in particular, but it just felt like the lyrics on this song were like particularly smooth sounding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like, I don't know what he was doing. It's like, this sounds kind of like Minus the Bear, or like those kind of bands,
Yes.
More shoegazy math rock. Mew.
By the way, you've mentioned shoegaze a number of times in life.
Yes.
And I feel like for the next time, I have a couple shoegaze bands.
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
Old shoegaze, like original shoegaze.
Yeah.
I gotta have you listen to, because I feel like I want to give you like a little bit of a shoegaze, like because I know when you're referring to shoegaze, you're referring to a much later time frame in shoegaze. Yes. I want you to hear.
I know the early shoegaze is very different.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with. I got 2 albums that I'm gonna hit you with that are on slightly different ends of that spectrum, but I know what you mean though. This is a very Minus the Berry type of.
Yes.
I didn't really appreciate that until you said it, but now that you've said it, I really can't unhear it.
Yeah, it's super Minus the Berry, and just like I don't know, me ham pan, just like I don't know, something about the verb, the words. It's just like it really works.
And I feel like there's a lot of again, I don't know if it's almost like handoffs between like the drum, like the 2 guitarists and the drummer. It's just like one like guitarist will play a riff, and then the other one will sort of like catch on to the end of it, and the drums will kind of like it's just like it feels very like I don't know, like very spiderwebby is the only way I could describe it, even though that doesn't make any sense. It's just like
the way I think about it is it's super accelerated jazz.
It's an interesting way of
going
at
100 times speed, because that's what jazz is, right? It's just artists like kind of switching off. And like this is that, but like they're doing it every like stanza. No, is that right? No, that
bar.
Can't be right. Bar. Thank you. Just constantly.
I do
Yeah, it's
love
so
this
good.
song. This is definitely one of the standout tracks on the album.
Yeah, this is I was about to say this is like my favorite, one of my favorites out of a few.
Yeah. I mean,
this is
Hat
definitely
Trick
up
to
there.
me has the best part,
Hat Trick. Yeah.
but
I like. There's a stretch. Last emo boy on Earth and Red Card Penalty, but we'll get to that.
yeah, no, I'm jumping ahead, but yeah, when we get to Hat Trick, I think you'll know what I mean by the best part because
Yeah, I don't
you'll-
have a note on that one, but I'm sure I got kind of lazy in the back half because I was just like, damn, these are all so good.
I mean, at least you take notes. I literally just listen to these a bazillion times and try to mash them into my brain and hope I remember everything.
No, I take notes. Yeah, I wouldn't remember anyway if I didn't take notes, so I need to.
That's good. I feel like number 10 Jersey is the one that sticks the least in my mind. Even though I like it, I feel like it's the one that, like, I always forget which one this is.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember myself here.
I love the intro too. I guess I love the middle part.
Yeah, the middle part's really good. I was about to say, yeah, the whole part at like 3 minutes to like 2:30.
I think the thing with this album is this is the point where like I start to like lose consciousness of listening to an album anymore because we're like, however many minutes in at this point.
Oh, and the ending of it is so good too, around like 4 minutes 30.
Yeah, 4 minutes 30. Oh yeah.
I mean, this album is just really fucking good.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, it's not that I don't like this. In fact, I think I actually like this song a lot. It's just that by this point in the album, I've stopped recognizing that I'm listening to individual songs anymore and start to just get like carried away by the tide of this being just just an absolute like math rock power hour.
Oh, it's just so good. I'm still just listening to the ending of the song.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, great. And then World Cup Fantasy.
By the way,
This
all
is
their
the
albums are
slower one,
good.
right?
So Chinese football, all their albums are good.
Oh, all
Like,
their albums. Okay,
they're all
fuck yeah.
good. They're all good.
Yeah.
Their latest album, people are like, oh, they got a little bit poppy, and I don't know what they mean, but I fucking love it. So,
Yeah, hell yeah.
okay, World Cup Fantasy very much feels the most to me like an American football track. It's got that kind of, do a thing, do another thing, do another thing. It's like, it's got that kind of, it's the slow version of the fast version of passing back and forth. It's like they trade off once every 2 bars instead of once every 1 bar.
This also is very, this sounds a lot like The Pillows as well to me.
I can see that, especially some of their slower tracks.
Yes, at this speed. Yeah, particularly this one. This one is not my like, I don't have any particular notes about this one, I guess.
How about around 138?
138. I'm already past that. Let's see. Yeah, but it's like this goes on for a while.
I know. Yeah. I mean, this is very much like the like American football indulgent going like for several minutes on like the same theme type of thing, which like because this album for me works really, really, really well as a background album because it has lyrics, but I can't understand them, so they don't distract me. But it's also like really interesting to listen to. So it like keeps my mind like it does the right thing for my brain that keeps my ADD at bay.
I think what's so strong about this album is like almost all the songs finish strong. Even if they were kind of like, even if they sort of like meander a little bit, they always like they come back and like do with a thing. It's like I'm listening to the end of World Cup Fantasy right now, just like from like 4 minutes on, what I would consider like the ending ish of the song, right? The back half, third, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. They
it's
give
just
you
like-
your post rock buildup.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it's just like every song is like, okay, like, yeah, I actually really do like this song, actually. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So good. And then, of course, you have your transition track.
With more reverse sounds.
Yeah, which is great. Great transition track. Yeah, I do like the reverse stuff.
Yeah, and then like it's the perfect transition into Last Emo Boy on Earth.
Yeah, it's actually a transition track. Like, we use that word a lot, but this one is literally that.
Yeah, it literally connects. And I love the little claps.
Yeah, this is probably this is another one of my favorite songs on the album, for sure. This is such a good one.
Yeah, this is the most Chinese football track because it's like, you know, some of these I can compare to other bands. I don't like this one is just like, no, this is Chinese
their
football
own.
doing Chinese football. Which, by the way, I can't let we're almost through the album and I can't let this go before we finish. the cover art for this album is incredible.
Oh, yes. No, for sure. Yeah. It endeared me immediately.
The fucking soccer ball head. Like it's
the
just,
soccer ball head. Yeah,
it's just like, okay, this is the best.
it's perfect. Yeah, no,
I'm watching enough sports animes and like, yes, I love this.
Yes.
This is
I want to read
everything.
whatever this is with the one-eyed main character. I have no depth perception, but I still want to play soccer.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you could just imagine exactly what the anime is just by looking at that, you know?
Yeah, and the one character who like everyone says is really handsome, but you never see his face. It's always covered by a football somehow.
Oh, I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah, it would be great. I want to read it and or watch it.
Oh my god. Yeah, apparently one of their friends just draws all their cover art.
Yeah, well, he needs to make an actual manga.
I know, right?
Or I guess what? Manhwa.
Yes, that would be correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, last emo boy on Earth, man.
Yeah.
The like kind of like jangly guitars.
Yeah, I was about to say right around 130.
Yeah. Oh fuck, man.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god. It's like it's just so good.
Oh. Yes. Oh man, I'm so happy. All right. Hell yeah. I don't always get winners, but like when I get winners, I'm very happy that
You've had a good streak recently.
I have had a good streak recently. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you making me listen to better music has like improved my taste in music. That I'm like, okay, these are the correct albums.
Well, they're just the more you listen to, right? Regardless, get exposed to more stuff and you find out what's good and what's not good.
The thing is, though, I've had this for forever.
Yeah, I was about to say, this. I feel like you've had this one in the pocket.
This one has been in the pocket for years. This predates the podcast. So like I've had this for many, many years, and it's like, okay, perfect chance to make you listen to this.
Yeah, so good. Oh, so good.
Oh yeah, and the lyrics on this too.
Yeah. The singer is really good. Like
He's
I really
fantastic.
love what he's doing.
And I think that there is like actually English lyrics on this, but like again, it barely registers. Like
it barely registers. Yeah, if there are, I've never heard them.
I think he's saying some emotion.
Oh, is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying.
Okay.
I think I never looked it up.
I assumed
but
it was all Chinese, and so it just
no.
my
There's
brain
definitely
kinda
some
turned
English
off.
sprinkled in there.
Interesting. Wow, I did not pick up on that.
I mean, I can't help but listen to lyrics. Like I'm a lyric fiend. So
Yeah.
If there is even like the barest shadow of possible English lyrics, I'm gonna latch on to them.
I think I gave up in the period of time where I listened to like death metal a lot.
Oh,
and I was like, I refused to just look at a lyric sheet while listening to music, and so I just gave up. I was like, okay, I guess I'm just not going to know what they're saying, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do that with death metal because I actually, in general, usually just don't even want to know. It's usually dumb. So
yeah. And then Red Card Penalty.
I love Red Card Penalty.
This is my third favorite song on the album.
Oh, this is definitely one of my favorite tracks.
So wait, is that English?
No, that's got to be Japanese, Chinese. It's got to be Chinese.
Now you're making me doubt myself.
No,
Oh, Alone. Wait a second. That's English.
Did he say something in English? Hang on, let me listen.
I feel like he says Alone there at like 32.
He might.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Feng Shou. And then at 45.
Yeah. I love the guitar tone in this. It's so good.
Yeah, that's really the best part of this album. Is just like they found a slightly different sound for math rock than usual, and that's all I needed.
Yeah, it's the right sound for you. And also for a lot of people, because people fucking love this album, including me, obviously.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, yeah, and the fucking just, like, fast picking, fast strumming. And a little bit of phaser or something in there. Or...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some phaser happening.
I don't know if it's phaser or flanger, and somebody will tell me that, like, I know what the difference is between them, but I, for the life of me, could never tell you which one is phaser and which is flanger, which I should know as somebody that makes music and sometimes puts phasers or flangers on things. I just kind of guess which one, and if it's the wrong one, I just pick the other one.
I was trying to make a portmanteau, but unfortunately they both end with the same.
Yeah, it's like phaser, shit, flanger,
shit. Yeah, I love this song. I mean, every transition just goes to a better part of the song. It's great.
And then the little breakdown at 350.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and again, it finishes strong every time. Oh, and like the tonality.
Yeah, it switches. It switches to like a.
Yeah,
there's like a there's like a tritoneness to it. I think
it's so good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just
It's like Echoland made in math rock.
oh, that's high praise. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's how I think about this kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's I mean, that's big if true.
Big if true.
And then hat trick.
And then a hat trick. So you really like this one.
Well, I think this has the best part in it.
What, like around 2 minutes? That part? It must be that part.
Yeah, 210.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1. I mean, come on. Fucking love that bit. It's like screamed and stuff. It's like so good, man.
I also like the lead up to that part around 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, where it's that feels very Minus the Bear again.
Yeah, just like
I don't
the
know
guitar
what it
strumming.
is. I don't know what. I can always tell when it's something like that. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that is Minus the Bear sounding. But like, if you asked me to sit down with a guitar and be like, okay, make something that kind of sounds Minus the Berry, I'd be like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just some specific tuning, I guess.
I don't know what it is because it's not even like. I mean, I know a couple Minus the Bear songs on guitar, and it's not anything particularly weird. It's just like they have a way of putting things together that I can't describe and I can't recreate. But God, I would love to, because they only really made like 2 albums in the style that I really like, and nobody else has done it except for like little bits here and there, like this band apparently. And fuck, man, I would just love to just make, it's like Log and Minus the Bear are 2 bands that I'm just like, if I could just make more of your music because you didn't make enough of it, I would love to.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it makes me want to listen to Minus the Bear talking about it.
Dude, Highly Refined Pirates is one of my favorite fucking albums.
So good. It's been a long time since I listened to it.
And the EP before that too, whatever that one is, I think Everything I Know About Being Gigantic, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right. I know that's a song on it. I think that might be the name of the EP, but I could be wrong.
And again, dude, these songs, they just finish so strong. It's like around like 4:30. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I'm not that far. Hang on. 4:30. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's the post-rock buildups, man. They give you the post-rock buildup every time.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, they just... Yeah, I definitely need to check out some of their other albums if you say they're also as good as this.
I mean, their most recent one, I loved. Like, I don't know if I love it more than this, but I might love it as much. Yeah, no, they're great.
And then, of course, Goodbye Milu.
Which feels like it should have been the last track of the album, or at least Blind Man and the Elephant should have been before this. Because I feel like it ends so finally, you know?
They had 2 ending songs, is the problem.
Yes.
And a third, like, transitional ending song for some reason.
Yes.
They really like endings.
Yeah, they just want
and
this to
all
end
their songs
a lot.
end really well. They really like endings.
They like those endings.
They like those endings. I mean, that's good. Yeah, but I love the fucking the thing they're doing here. The
like
strumming.
50. Yeah, the tremolo picking at like 50 seconds. I mean, yeah, this sounds like you know what this sounds like is fuck, what's the name of that like post rock band?
I mean, there's a lot of them. Pelican?
No. Explosions in the Sky.
Yes. Yes. Very post-rocky for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I still have Explosions in the Sky on my like playlist, and like literally every time one of those comes on, I skip it because I'm just like, I don't have time for post-rock anymore. But like this is post-rock, but like I have time for it.
That's a great sentence. I love that.
I mean, that might be.
That
okay, everybody. I think we got a title. I don't have time for post-rock anymore.
I don't have time for post-rock anymore. And so you just slip it into a Chinese football album every once in a while.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, because it's like, this is also like a song instead of just post-rock, you know?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I love the transition at like 2:25-ish, where like the drums come in. I love that thing when you're playing like a riff and then the drums come in and like kind of give the riff a slightly different feel because it's like you're changing the emphasis on things. And like, God, man. Oh, so fucking. But yeah, I mean, this track gets so huge at the end as well.
Yes, exactly. That's what I feel like. They're both ending tracks.
And like the screams at the end. Wow. Wow. Like, I feel like the album should have ended with those like screams off into the distance before Blind Men and the Elephant. But yeah, Blind Men and the Elephant though, because yeah, it like Blind Men and the Elephant also really, really sounds like American football, like a lot. Like this first riff Like, I almost thought that it was like a cover of an American football song. It sounds so much like American football, which is not bad.
I mean, they are Chinese football.
Yes, they are indeed Chinese football, but it's just like this is bordering on a ripoff. If it wasn't for the fact that it is a different song.
This is essentially a bonus track. Think of it that way.
It's probably fair.
Because really, the album ended with Goodbye, obviously. And then Blind Man and the Elephant is like, maybe the song is... I'm sure the title is apropos.
And yet still fucking great, man.
Yeah, a really good album.
I even like the ending track, the Game Over.
Yeah, the vocalist is just really good.
He's just really good. He just makes
really
the album even that much better.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man, dude. Oh, God. All right. You like Chinese football? Hell yeah. I put an
really
hour-long album up there, and I was really worried.
No, that was great. That was really good.
Okay. So we're at a crossroads here.
Yeah.
Because theoretically, we should go into Death Grips next, but I kind of feel like we should leave that to last.
I was actually going to suggest that as well.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's go into Mothership.
Great. Because this will also mirror my my first listen through of both of these albums, Chinese Football and Dance Gavin Dance.
Okay.
Which is that I finished listening to Chinese Football for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh my God, that was so good. Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
And I'd seen that it only had like 20K listens, right, for each song at most.
Yep.
And then I come over to Dance Gavin Dance, and I click on Chucky versus the Giant Tortoise.
Yep.
And it starts like a hardcore song does.
Yep.
And I saw 7.2 million.
Yep.
And I wrote in my notes, it's a travesty that this has 10,000x times the listens as Chinese Football.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah. I was just like, oh no, why? Why is this so much more popular than like what is like essentially a masterpiece album, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But then there's this one, which I did not like quite as much as Chinese Football.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah. I don't like this first song.
Okay.
Much like The Pillows. This first song is just a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I was a little bit worried about that. I feel like this board is a little bit too much. This is like in the same space as like Protest the Hero a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But it's also like silly.
Yeah. This whole album's a little bit silly.
It's a little silly.
Uh-huh.
And this first song is very silly. And again, the first time I listened to this album, I was coming off the back of Chinese Football, and so much like The Pillows, I had a little bit of a souring, especially with this first song, where I was like, okay, goddamn, like, oh my God, this is a lot. But like, I listened to it more than once, obviously.
Yeah.
And so like, this bangs.
Okay.
Especially if I don't listen to the lyrics.
Oh yeah, don't pay any attention to the lyrics.
Tell me that I look just like a man. Just like, please no. I just like, could this album be in Chinese as well? Because I don't need whatever they're singing about.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it's. I guess it's just like masculinity lyrics, right? Like
I don't know exactly.
Manly.
I don't know exactly what this is doing precisely. Okay.
Yeah.
You remember last time how I talked to you about when we were talking about Run the Jewels, how like it's difficult for me. Rap and me have a difficult relationship because rap has lyrics that I can hear and understand, and I usually don't like them.
Yeah.
I have a similar problem with a lot of genres, including hardcore, of punk. And yeah,
there are a lot of unfortunate ideologies involved in music sometimes.
Yeah, this is on the list. Like, the less I listen to the lyric, depending on the song, there's some songs that I bang with. I'm like, yeah, this is great. But some of these, I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, and I don't think I really want to know.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to pay too much attention to. I'm just going to let it float over me. By the way, incidentally though, that whole lyric, tell me that I look, I actually like that. I don't know why.
No, I was listening to this and I was like, this sounds like something Jason would probably like really vibe to.
I don't know why. It's just like, it just sounds like,
can I venture a guess?
Go for it.
This is dad rock.
I don't know if this is this dad?
No, this is modern dad rock.
I guess this is modern dad rock.
This is modern. This is what dads listen to.
Because this harkens back to a lot of like the post-hardcore shit I used to listen to back in the day. So I guess this is dad rock.
This is modern dad rock. Like when Charlotte grows up and listens to this,
she's gonna be like, Dad
She's gonna be
rock.
like, oh, Dad, you're listening to Dance Gavin Dance again. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's it's very
Yeah.
you're correct.
This is so cool. Yeah. This is
Oh God. Okay, but hang on though. At what 2 minutes and 52 seconds? Your eyes tonight, and then the double bass. Perfect melodies are hard.
No, the problem is like the vocalist is really good.
Yeah.
I just wish that I couldn't understand what they were saying.
No, that is a legitimate criticism that I will absolutely grant you.
But no, I mean, this song is really good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like, it's got some bang to it. But I really like everything after the first song way more.
Yes.
I feel like the first song is the worst by far.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think Flossie Dicky Bounce is probably my least favorite out of them, except for the end of it.
Sure.
But I know what you're saying.
I guess I just like Young Robot a lot more.
Okay.
Than I like Chucky versus the Giant Tortoise. That's maybe more what it is.
Young Robot is partially why I recommended this album.
It's really good. I like this song a lot. Even with the fucking hardcore vocals occasionally coming through.
It's interesting because it's like when we did Hail the Sun, you were like all down on the hardcore vocals. And this time you're not. And it's interesting that's an interesting dichotomy to me.
Yeah, it's just like I don't like them still, but this doesn't have as much. It feels like maybe that's me not like.
I feel like
it has less.
They have a different tone. Like the quote unquote unclean vocalist has much more of like a high pitched like fry scream type thing, like higher pitched than like a lot of the other guys where they're like blah, 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 kind of thing, And then the quote unquote clean vocalist still mostly sings kind of unclean on this and very scratchy and high. And it's like, I don't know. I like it a lot.
It's not as bad. I don't know. You're right. It's not, the hardcore vocals don't annoy me as much, honestly. I don't know.
But I feel like Young Robot, the reason why I even recommended this album to you is because this sounds like if you mixed hardcore with disco.
Yeah, no, this song is really good. Just like every part of it.
Hell yeah.
Like 50 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the part after that.
Yeah, and then the part after that.
And then the part after that. And then there's the part after that. But actually, though, 2 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, it's like
savage. Yeah, no, this is a really, really good song. Oh my God. But I'm listening to the lyrics now and it's ruining it. I gotta stop.
Yeah, so it's around like, what is it? 2 minutes 45.
Oh, I'm almost there. I'm just listening to the song again. It's so good.
It's that okay. That sound is disco to me, with like kind of like chink 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 kind of guitars.
Yeah,
it's so disco-y and it's fucking great. I'm like,
so
oh,
good.
disco and hardcore. What? Who could have thought of this?
It's such a good song.
Hell yeah.
Frozen One is like, it's fine.
Much more of a hardcore song.
It's way more hardcore. Yeah. But I
love
the clean vocalist. I think that's probably what helps a lot is the clean vocalist here is really good.
Oh, he's fantastic. I love his fucking flakes. His like fry scream tone is just like, or whatever it is that he's doing. It's just like so nice.
Honestly, I think part of it is just the hardcore part just makes the clean vocals sound better.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. The hardcore vocal part, like this is the and then the clean vocals come on, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. That's the good stuff.
Well, and the thing is yeah, because and I guess that's interesting because Hail the Sun doesn't really have an unclean vocalist. They only do the
and you can it's really easy to tell when someone like is switching.
Yes.
And it makes the hardcore stuff sound silly. Whereas this, I never get to hear the hardcore guy sing, I assume.
Yeah, no. He only does, like, unclean vocals.
Yeah. And he does have, his hardcore vocals aren't super cringy.
No, they're high. Like, he's high. Because, like, he has, like, a really high fry scream type thing that, like, sounds great. Like, because a lot of them do, like, like Cookie Monster-ish kind of death metal type vocals.
Yeah, and I hate that.
So I think that's probably why
Unless
you
it's
like Hail
death
the Sun,
metal.
because Hail the Sun doesn't have an unclean vocalist. It just has a quote-unquote clean vocalist, but like he sounds like the unclean vocalist doing the screams, basically, all the time, which is probably why you liked it more.
You know, listening to this song right now, the end is really it bangs here, like from like 2 minutes on.
And like even the math rocky bits of this like aren't overblown, I feel like. It's not constant. Like it's tappy, but it's not like constant tappy.
Yeah, no, it goes back into being, because the problem is I've always loved hardcore instrumentation, but I just really don't like the vocals. And so this helps.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like I love what they're doing with the instruments, obviously. Because I mean, I love the Opeth.
Fucking breakdown.
I still like some Opeth.
Opeth is not hardcore vocals, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I love how you just equate death metal and hardcore together. You're just like, it's the same thing.
I mean, all music is music. You know, the lines are arbitrary.
And then Cocaine Cringe Fest.
Yeah, you're right. This is not a great one.
Here's the thing, though, is it's like
but then like 145, it becomes good again. Because it just becomes a math rock song.
I know. The part at 145 is where it like really kicks back off again. I'm like, oh, that's right. But this part is actually amazing.
Yeah, I wish they did less hardcore and more math.
I would never expect to hear you say that.
Yeah, well, I really don't like hardcore very much. And then we get to Deception.
Deception's fucking amazing.
It's so good. Yeah, I love this song.
This is the like Young Robot is like, hey, this album's gonna get really good, and Deception's like, yeah, I know. It's fucking good, man. Yeah, like the start-stopness of it.
You know what? It reminds me a lot of the Deer Hunter, the clean vocalist.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've really heard much of the Deer Hunter.
Oh, really? Oh, I should. Yeah, I should.
That's okay. That goes on the list.
The Deer Hunter, definitely. Yeah, this is. I mean, again, this is another one of those songs where every part is good.
I was gonna say this feels a lot like a Hail the Sun track.
Oh my god, when the clean vocalist like breaks a little bit.
He's got a really good scream, and he uses it on this album. Oh, and then like 111 with the double bass and the fucking like math rocky bit.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. This is every part.
Also, the guitarist, by the way, he's like just like a big old fat guy, and he's like amazing.
It was.
Will Swan, he's just like he's an absolute unit, and he's like that guitar looks tiny on him. He's just sitting there like tapping away at it, and I'm just like, Will Swan, man.
That's fucking awesome. Pulling back the covers. Yeah. I need you. I hope people enjoy our like half mumbled singing parts.
I include some of them.
Good. Okay, I'm glad, because like that's a lot of us of this podcast. It feels like it's us being just like.
Vote for people like you, always keeping score. God, man.
Yeah, I love
his vocals on this fucking rule.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a good song. And then maybe you can explain to me why Inspire the Liars has like 16 million plays.
So
why is this one so popular? I don't get it.
There's a part,
I don't feel like this is their strongest song.
I mean, it must have been on something is probably why.
Yeah. What, like the ending?
No, okay, but hang on, though. At 2 minutes 45, it goes super disco.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the ending, yeah.
I mean, it's so funky, man. Holy shit. Like
it feels incongruous.
It's completely incongruous. But like I feel like they do that a lot, where they have a front half to the song and then a back half to the song that are not necessarily connected to each other, and I'm okay with that.
This one feels particularly disconnected to me.
Oh yeah, I mean it is a big departure.
I don't know.
But then they sort of bring it back though. Start a religion, like 320. Let's start a religion. It sort of brings it back to the original theme a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like this song, but it is a lot of different things, which maybe is why people like it.
It doesn't do itself any favors being sandwiched between two of my favorite songs on the album.
Yeah,
because I love Philosopher King, and this one is more heavy on the hardcore Inspire the Liars.
I can see that.
And so it's not, and it's just like that disco part is like, it's good, but it feels like it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
A little bit. I don't know. And it has 16 million plays, and I don't get it.
You're like, no, I don't think it deserves to be the number one play on the
the
on the
far
album,
and away
for sure.
the top one. Yeah.
Philosopher King, though, yeah, very hard in the beginning. I'm actually surprised this is like.
No, that's what I like about this one. I feel like they go, it gets, they don't go hard enough on most of it for me.
Well, fair enough.
So this is like they've punched through to where they need to go. It's like if you're going to be hardcore, I mean, I guess this is technically post-hardcore, but
it is post-hardcore. I love though at like a minute 18 when they like they make the turn.
118. One sec. I'm enjoying the. Oh yeah, the arena part or whatever. That's what I imagine. Yes. No, I love this part. Yeah. Yeah. It's the right amount of heavy.
Hell yeah.
It reminds me of Devin Townsend is what it does.
Ooh, I could see that.
Only the really heavy parts though.
Yeah, like kind of like a strapping young lad type of deal.
Yes, specifically strapping young lad. Yeah. Just like, and I like that. And it's like, so that that's a good level of heavy. And again, the lyrics, because they're so high, the hardcore lyrics, they like really blend into the top end in a way that doesn't make them like obtrusive. Yeah, especially the like crowd part, the cheering, that also is a very Devin touch to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
And Philosopher King, I don't know, the whole song is just, it has Devin written all over it, even though I'm sure he wasn't involved at all.
I'm sure he wasn't.
Yeah, I love this song. This is a great one. And then here comes. I don't have any notes about this one, so I'll have to listen to it.
Well, this has the best high part of all of them.
Oh yeah, of course. What are you talking about? Like in a minute?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do love when they do the duo.
Yeah, that's always a good choice.
Oh my god, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then at 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a really good one too.
Oh, but where is? Hang on though. There is actually a part that I'm thinking of now. Oh no, that's where it is. 2 minutes 35. 2 minutes 40.
Just doing damage to his voice for art. It's great. Oh, so good. Just don't listen to lyrics. Just don't comprehend them, Steven. That's all you have to do, and then you'll enjoy it. It's tickling. It's like it's trying to make me understand them, but I'm resisting.
It's like, go on.
Stay strong. Just stay strong. Stay strong.
And then exposed.
Yeah.
This has the Taylor Swift part.
The Taylor Swift part.
Yeah. At
a minute?
Yeah, close. Like a minute 7. I feel like that. That sounds so much like Taylor Swift to me. I don't know.
Yeah, wow. You're right. I never thought about that. No, that does sound a lot like Taylor Swift. That's funny.
I just feel like I'm going to shake it off or something, you know?
I love that song.
I love how well this like pulls in pop elements.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's very light for a hardcore album, despite being so heavy.
Like they allow pop
and the
elements.
Guitar parts.
What was that?
Just the guitar parts here at like 130, 140.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
People complained about this album as being too poppy, and I have the opposite. I think that this album is perfect because of how poppy it is.
Yeah, it does. The whole album has like a fun vibe.
Yeah.
It really does.
And like, it's interesting you brought up Devin Townsend, because I feel like he does that same thing where like he brings in pop elements to like really heavy music in a way that like makes both of them better.
Yeah, the contrast, that helps. It makes them both like more extreme.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not just like doing one and then doing the other. It's like melding them. It's like, what if I made poppy extreme metal? It's like, oh, okay, what would that sound like? Oh, it would sound like Devin Townsend. And like, what if I made really poppy post-hardcore? Well, it would be this.
And then Betrayed by the Game.
Favorite track.
I love the lyrics on this track.
Me too.
Like, the way he sings, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I don't know if there's a filter on this one or not. Like, some of it sounds like it's filtered.
I don't know. I mean, it's almost always tons of EQ and shit on vocalists, but I just his voice just sounds good on this one.
Yes, no, exactly. Yeah, I like it a lot. In a good way.
No, he's being double tracked at certain points. Like at 30.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, the couldn't see the bottom is being filtered, yeah. No, I love like the tremolo guitars with the like the fucking hardcore lyrics.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes the hardcore lyrics are a bit much. It's like, I just love the clean vocalist so much.
Yo, he's fantastic on this.
So good.
And I love the guitar part on this too. It's so simple, but it's so like affecting.
Yes, no, it's doing a great like call and response with what the bass.
Yeah, I mean the drums and the bass.
Yeah. Ugh.
And it's like it's math rocky, but it's simple. You know, it's like it's not just tapping the whole time. It's leaving space for the other elements.
Yes. No. It's great.
And it got me thinking of you. Ugh.
Yeah, we're listening to the exact same spot right now.
Because it's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, fuck. I love this song.
This is not even one of my favorite songs on the album, too, and it's still so good.
This is my favorite song.
Ugh.
But like it's like this in Paper Triangle were on repeat a lot.
Yeah, so good. And the way it ends, yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Riffing, and then, the tone. Oh, great. So good. Petting Zoo Justice starts very strong. I gotta say.
Very, very hard at the beginning. This feels like much more just like a...
This is like a straight hardcore track.
I mean, I don't even know if it's that. It's like, this is like almost like grindcore-y.
Yeah, grindcore, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very... This is heavy, but not in like the way that the other one was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a more like frantic heaviness instead of like a deep heaviness.
There's no surprise that this has the fewest plays on the album because it's like... It's so much heavier than the rest of the album that it feels a little bit weird. Like I guess you are right though. It does feel like classic post-hardcore because like I feel like this kind of sounds like a what is the name of the band? Autumn's to Ashes from Autumn's to Ashes. It feels a little bit like a track from their discography.
I love the intro to the next song.
Chocolate Jackalope.
Chocolate Jackalope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this so much. This might be one of my favorite songs on the album, honestly, just because of this intro.
That doesn't surprise me because this one sounds the most like Hail of the Sun to me, which you really liked.
Even with the weird like hip hop part in the middle. Even with that, I still really like the song.
Again, though, I feel like it's bringing in like the pop elements, you know?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, that's what a regular modern Billboard song does. They all have that.
Yeah, you got. I like it more for that. Honestly, I like the random like hip hop bit in the middle. It's just like, okay, I'm down with this. Yeah, it's just
like weird though.
Oh, it is, but it's like once you're used to it.
Sure, yeah. I guess as time goes on, I'll get more used to it. But then the part after that at like 2:11. Okay.
I just like how they have the hardcore screaming along with it. It's just like,
Oh, it's so good. Yes, I really, really like this one.
Hell yeah.
And then Man of the Year to finish us off. I don't remember much about the last song. Oh, this one. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I love the way this starts. Oh my god, yeah.
No, this one goes hard.
Yeah, this is a really good ending track. I can't believe I forgot about this one. Yeah, the drums. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I lied. I said I said Chocolate Jackalope was very Hail the Sun. It's this one. I'm confusing it with this one. This one is super like the way that he screams around, what is it, 220 maybe? Hang on. No, it's earlier than that. Hang on. Yeah, 142. The way that he's screaming there sounds very much like the singer from Hail the Sun. Like he's got the same kind of like just blown out sound.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, yeah, that's great. I mean, this whole song is so good.
Oh, I know. I love this song. It's fantastic.
Every part. Go.
Oh. Yeah, he almost sounds like he sung the entire album. He's like, his voice is all like worn out by this point in a good way.
Yeah. And then the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, what, 420, 430 maybe? Yeah. 430. I love whatever this is, this like huge, like ending breakdown deal.
It's a fucking guitar or something, right?
I know. I think it's just like a shit ton of reverb on like tremolo picked guitar. I mean, it's the same thing that like black metal does when you want to go like super hard on the ending bit.
It's so good.
But like with like the rising like screams, like, wah! Yeah, it's like, oh, dude, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The end. Yeah, that is kind of like guitar-y sounding.
Yeah. That,
like around 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, fuck off. This is so good. So fucking good.
Just like, oh, and what a great way to end the album. That's how you end the album.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, like, honestly, every single one of these albums up to this point has had a solid ending.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Wow.
Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm two
Another
for
good
two.
album.
I'm two for two.
I liked it less than Chinese Football, though.
Yes. I mean, yes.
If we're going to scale it, Chinese Football is like a 9 or a 10. This is like, 7.5, 8. You know,
Yeah, you know
it's
what?
up there still.
That's a question. I feel like I should ask this more. But which of all of these albums? I mean, I know we haven't done Death Grips yet, but of all of these albums, which was the one you were most excited to go back and listen to each time?
I mean, probably Chinese football.
Okay.
Or Death Grips.
Because for me, it was Mothership. For me, like
Mothership,
every time,
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I just want to listen to Mothership again. I'll just listen to Mothership."
No, Mothership is too much. If I'm been playing RimWorld a lot, and so like Chinese football is like the perfect RimWorld music.
Oh, I can see that. I can
Whereas
absolutely
Dance
see
Gavin Dance is like, I feel like I should be playing like Halo on master difficulty. You know?
that. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's funny because it's like it's the music that like I listen to a lot at work when I'm like just like doing spreadsheets and stuff. It's just like
yeah. No, it's also good spreadsheet music. No, because it counteracts the mundanity.
this is like, all right, cell A24. So all right, gotta type in equals.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Fuck.
Yes.
Death Grips.
Death Grips for a second time.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, to be fair, so I remembered nothing about this album.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Literally, I think you may have sent me the track Guillotine,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'll just say straight up, my head picture of this album was very different from the ground truth of the reality of what this actually is. In my head, I thought for some reason that this was like a guitar, drum, and rap like combination, like a la like, you know, whatever fucking what's the band, the Rage Against the Machine kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah.
No, not even close. Not even a little
close.
bit. Not even a tiny little bit. Not even the smallest modicum of such.
No, this is Death Grips.
No, you know what this is? I'll tell you what this is, and you'll either completely disagree or be like have a revelatory moment. This is filmmaker plus rap.
Oh, interesting perspective. Okay, I kind of see where you're coming from there.
Right? Like,
yeah, it's very minimalist, the production, but at the same time, not at all, obviously.
It's like minimalist in the same way that like a piece of sushi is minimalist.
Yes, precisely. Yes. There's a lot of work in going into making it sound this exact way, which is fucking I mean, what did you think?
Okay. This is a weird fucking album. All right.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way right off of the start.
Yeah.
This is a weird fucking album. It's good. I don't know if I would continue listening to this necessarily. In like it's like in the same way that like there's a lot of things that like I enjoy that I don't necessarily want to continually repeat. You know, like it's just like this is good, and this is very inspiring, and this is very like I'm just like wow, like holy shit, this is like a lot clearly went into this, but I don't know. Do I want to continue listening to this?
It sounds like you don't like it.
It's not. This is hard. This is hard to coalesce.
It's okay not to like it.
No, because it's not that I don't like it. It's just that like it's so much that like
it's car music. I'll say this right now.
I don't think that I would feel comfortable playing this.
This is exclusively car music, and it's dangerous to drive to.
This is. I can only listen to this on headphones in a place where people can't hear the sound coming out of my headphones. Music.
Days of trying to lose control. It's just it's just so like it has so much like aggressive energy.
Yeah,
and I just really dig that.
This first track is just like.
I mean, do you know who the intro comes from?
Well, that's Charles Manson, right?
Yeah, Charles Manson. Okay, yeah.
Which, by the way, Charles Manson did not know he sounded like that.
Yeah, same. Yes, I didn't. For the longest time, I was like, "Is that some like Hollywood actor or something?" Like
he sounds like that other guy, the Kool-Aid Man cult.
Yeah, it's very weird.
What's the name of that guy? Come on, what is that? That's
Jonestown.
Jonestown. Is that Jonestown? Is that really what the name of it is?
If you're talking about the Kool-Aid stuff, then yeah, Jonestown.
Jim Jones. Yeah. Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man.
Jim Jones.
I'm just listening to the first track.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to say "Beware." Beware. Oh, I love this album. So I'm just gonna be geeking out the whole time. I search my fist and beat it. And it's like the production happening in the background is like insane.
Oh yeah, like it's like you said, it's minimalist, right? But like it's dense in its
like
minimalism.
a soundscape. It's not even like, there's no instruments almost happening other than the drums, obviously.
Yeah.
There's just like sounds in the background, and it's fucking awesome. Ugh. And like it's like around like a minute, like a minute 50. It's like the wind is howling almost.
Minute 50, like the wind is howling.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Or even before that, like 145 maybe.
I was about to say, I feel like it's before that.
Yeah, a little before that. Just like that, like haunting, like wail.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good. And there's just there's this guy just like fucking chanting essentially the whole time, just like the angriest voice possible.
Yeah, no, I feel like the first track is very affecting.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It's so good. And then it just has like that weird outro thing.
What I love about the outro is that it flips the syllables, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's so fucky.
it's so fucky. Yeah, it goes, guillotine.
Yeah. Oh. And then
No,
guillotine.
I mean, like this is so meticulous.
Yeah, it's insane. It's so impressive.
It's weird too, because like I feel like Guillotine is one of the weaker tracks on the album, but like I'm also like I fucking love so many of the little bits in it. Like when he goes like the first Guillotine, the little
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It has so many of those little bits.
and that's what makes me think of Filmmaker. You know, like I feel like Filmmaker is very that of just like little tiny like it's like you're listening to it for these like tiny tidbits of information. You know.
Yeah, it's the way I always think about it, it's essentially starving you for interesting sounds.
Yeah. But like when they are interesting, you're just like, oh my god.
Yes, exactly. But it makes when it does happen that much more impactful. You're just like, oh my god, yes, finally. Oh, and then you just have to wait till the next time.
And obviously, like the guillotine sound itself is just
Yeah.
no. Like, how can I describe this? It's not that I don't like this. I feel like I'm not cool enough to listen to this.
No, that's bullshit. I listened to this in college with my friends, so I assure you that you are cool enough to listen to this because we did.
Like, I feel like I'm just like I'm not hard enough for like to justify the fact that like I'm listening to this album.
No,
like,
I find that makes it more satisfying in a way.
okay, yeah. Like I feel like if somebody saw me listening, they'd be like, "No, Jason, come on."
Listen, just roll up. It's office space. Just roll up your windows politely when you're in traffic. That's all you have to do. And you can listen to as much Death Grips as you want.
There you go.
Oh, are there any parts of this song? I mean, each song is the ending of this song, I guess, right?
Yeah, no. Again, it's just like that ending part. Like, it's like what the fuck is happening?
Just like it just hits you.
Because this is so minimalist, and
And then it just ends with that.
just nonsense. Like, oh god, but it's like it's so abrasive.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. The whole album, right? Abrasive is a good word. It's very abrasive.
and I think that's part of it for me, right? Like, that's what makes it like it's like I really like this, but like it's also really abrasive.
Do you feel like you're being yelled at?
A little bit, yeah. I feel like I'm in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I could see that. Yeah, I don't get that, thankfully. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. I would be on the side that like isn't being killed here.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get murdered. It'll be
I'm
fun.
not gonna be the one getting murdered. Hopefully. Yeah.
Spread eagle across the block.
Spread eagle across the block. Yeah.
So can I just say, this album makes me wish that sampling were more legal than it is.
Yeah, seriously, right? I didn't realize that was the problem with it.
Like there's so many cool samples in this. And
I mean, this is essentially, sample the album.
and it's so like blatant.
Yeah. Like this.
Yeah, it's just the song is just adding the sample and then just doing stuff around it, which is fucking cool, honestly. But it's like not legal.
I guess. Yeah, that's bullshit. But yeah.
You just can't do that.
Yeah. But it's so good.
And yeah, I mean, this also just has that same rap problem for me of like, when I actually do understand the lyrics, I'm like, oh no.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Thankfully, I don't comprehend really at all, or not in any way that matters.
It's bad because known for it is not known for it. Sorry, I Want It, I Need It.
Yeah.
Is, and we'll get to it eventually, is like the best, but also the worst lyrically. It's so bad, but like the fucking sample they use in it is, it's a Pink Floyd song.
Oh,
So fucking good.
interesting.
Yeah, I feel like so like spreading across the block the sample use of it is very cool, but it's also very one note.
Yes, it is just that guitar riff, essentially. That's the thing they're doing. Yeah. And then it's nowhere near as good as Lord of the Game.
Which, by the way, feels like the most normal track on this album.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a song.
Yeah, like this feels like it could be on another rap album, possibly. Whereas like everything else I hear is just like, I don't know where this came from, and nobody else knows either.
Yeah. The bass in this song is ridiculous.
This is like underlying just crunch, basically.
Yeah, just like the constant rumbling. It's like a thunderstorm.
It's like, can you even count that as bass at this point? It's
the bassiest bass.
It's just crunch.
Yeah,
it's below the human threshold of hearing. It's just
my ears are vibrating on levels they didn't even think were possible. Yeah, it's like my whole head is vibrating. I love it. It's like, you know, if any song was going to give you CTE, this would be it.
CTE. Why don't I remember what that is?
Concussive trauma something.
Concussive trauma E.
CTE. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Oh, okay, that thing that like football players get.
Yeah. Brain bleed.
Brain bleed.
Shit.
Don't get that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting it right now. Just getting rumbled to death. And I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because it's like when I first went through this was one of my favorite ones on the album. And now this is actually one of my least favorite ones on the album, of an album that I just think, again, I do think is actually quite good. Because I feel like this is just like, it's too normal, you know, other than the rumble part, other than the fucking headphone equipped rumble pack.
It's the only song that has like a featured.
Yes.
So I'm sure that like that tempered it a little bit.
Yeah.
She was like, whoa, I don't know what you guys are doing, but like, I'm here to like record a song, I think. So let's do that.
Tachyon is next. And
yeah, which is the best.
Tachyon is definitely one of the best. Tachyon!
Yes, I have driven in a car many times to this song. This is the best.
This is the most Death Gripsy song of them. This is what I thought Guillotine was going to be like. Mm-hmm. But I think like when I want to feel what I remember you describing Death Grips as, it's Tachyon.
No, this is what I really think of them as well. Is the really hard.
Yeah, just like distorted, clipped ass screaming, weird beats, and just like, oh, it's like this to me is like peak Death Grips.
Yeah, what's crazy is like this is not even really an album, right? Like
it's
this
just
is a mixtape.
Yeah.
Like some people like it's like when I was looking for like people's recommendations on this, like a lot of people don't even like recommend ex-military, which is crazy. And I think they changed a lot too as their albums have come out. But I feel like this is definitely the peak of this album for sure.
Yeah, no, this is a fantastic like if I want to experience what I feel like the cover art is trying to get me to experience, then it's Tachyon.
Yeah. And then you have Cutthroat after that.
Yes.
Which is, death.
This, again, this very much reminds me of Filmmaker. Like, I feel like this could easily be a Filmmaker, minus the lyrics, could easily have been a Filmmaker track. And
yeah, it's almost too active for a Filmmaker track.
I guess that's true.
It's like, this has a little too much going on, I think. But no, I get what you're saying for sure.
It's like, oh god, it's like this whole album is like fucking just sandpaper, man.
Yeah, it's like, shit. Oh, are you getting comfortable listening to our like nice bass line? Like, yeah.
Oh god, it gets like so fucking distorted at the end.
It's like the Adult Swim logo.
It's your fucking guts mix.
Yeah. Oh, but then Clink. Oh, I did forget about this one.
Again, fantastic use of a sample, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just
what is the sample here? Clink. Who sampled? I'm curious now. There's a couple ones in here. Liar Liar by the Castaways, Rise Above by Black Flag. It's just so fucking like heavy and distorted. I love how I'm just like listening to this album.
Yeah, I mean it's a really good album.
It is a good like I said, it's I do like it. I just like
it's a lot.
Oh, the end is so like the way that it transitions into that like
the weird piano part.
Yeah, like almost like an organ type of like an electronic organ.
Yeah, but almost in reverse. Yeah, it would be right at home in like a horror movie.
And then a little like David Bowie intro to Culture Shock.
Yep, Culture Shock.
I don't know what David Bowie song that is, but it is a David Bowie song.
Oh, that's David. Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't even really register that usually.
Okay, Culture Shock is fucking yeah. Oh, the Superman by David Bowie. Okay.
Ah.
Okay, whatever they're doing on the vocals here, I adore.
Yeah. This is another great one.
Culture Shock, fuck yourself.
Oh my god. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is incredible. This is too good. This is too good.
Yeah.
Like turning the voice into a beat like this, like because Run the Jewels did that and it was great, but like the way that they're doing it here is a whole different kind of great.
Yeah, I mean, Death Grips is like, I mean, they made a big splash on the scene. I don't think they're like super popular in the grand scheme of things, but like,
I understand them as being incredibly influential, though.
Yeah, like everyone aped their shit for sure.
You have to vibrate higher.
Oh my god, yeah, it's just so good, and like there's so many little bits in this one, especially.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, I always feel like I don't like this album as much as I do, and then I listen to it, I'm like, oh, that's right, I do actually really, really, really like this album. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it that I'm just like. I think it's because it is just a lot, you know. But like then I just like. I mean, we've been doing this for the past couple hours, and I find myself listening to more of these songs than I do the rest of the ones that we just listened to. So. I don't know what that says.
Never get boring in any way.
Yeah, it's so engrossing, you know?
Yeah, whenever they're mentally draining. They are. There's a lot going on. You can't ever zone out because it's just so good. You're just like, fuck yeah, holy shit. Like, especially this song. This is like heads and above. This is like really, the thing is like as the album goes on, it gets more and more like intense.
Here's how I'll try to describe it like this. I feel like I like things like Chinese football and Mothership more. Like I want to listen to those things more.
Yeah.
But I'm more interested in this. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
This is like, I want to study this, not listen to it, if that makes any sense.
No, I 100% get what you're saying. Yeah. This is like, this is not like relaxing music.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
This is a fucking...
Unless you do want to use it to relax, in which case, you know, do your own thing, but...
This is a TED Talk.
Yeah, it's a TED Talk. It's a university lecture on how to make fucking dank music.
Yes. Oh, and then fucking 5D, man.
Mm-hmm.
What is this sample? Oh, West End Girls by Pet Shop Boys, apparently.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I mean, like, oh god, like masterclass in sampling.
Through the walls. Why can't I fuck the walls? Through the walls.
Oh yeah, through the walls. Jesus Christ.
It's just like, oh my god, it's so intense. And like they use a siren sample in a way that's not annoying because they like cut it off.
Yes. Oh god, and the fucking drum beat at like 25 seconds. Just Zach Hill just exploding.
Destroying himself.
Yeah, just blowing into pieces.
How can a human produce that kind of sound? It's impossible.
We just play it and Zach Hill just explodes on stage. Flies into a million pieces.
Yeah. It's like they do play this stuff live too, which is crazy.
Oh, I know.
That's what's really insane. Oh my god. And have you ever seen the singer perform?
Oh yeah.
What's this guy's name? I should just say his name.
MC Ride.
Like, MC Ride. Yeah, like he looks like he's gonna die at any second when he's performing. He gets so sweaty. It's just like
I know he's just like covered in sweat.
Just like he's just like drenched.
like Eric Andre.
Yeah.
He's got like Eric Andre sweat. He's just like covered in flop sweat.
Yeah, it's just flop sweat. It's just like every time I see him perform, it's just like, oh my god. Oh my god.
And then known for it.
Wait a second. Just like I want to call it the like around 145 and Through the Walls. It's like that little 10-second section with just the drums.
Oh yeah. Just all of the drums all at once.
Yeah, just like they just give you that little tiny break because the song is just so intense. They're like, okay, wait. You need like 10 seconds here, actually.
You've listened to Clowncore, right?
Clowncore?
Oh, okay. Hang on. Pause.
Clowncore.
Okay. Hell by Clowncore. Let's just go ahead. This is minute 35. Let's just listen to this real quick.
Oh, this. No, I have listened to this. What am I saying?
Okay.
Yeah. I was in...
Okay.
My friends introduced me to this many years ago. I just forgot it existed.
Yeah, it's fucking... whatever his name is. Lewis Cole.
Okay.
But like it's the same kind of dude. It's just all of the drums, you know. It's just so fast and so insane and like That's what this reminds me of. It's just like fucking some fucking clowncore shit.
And then known for it.
So one of the best samples.
It's like it's hard to even tell what the sample is. I guess it's the.
Yeah. Well, okay. So that's from. Is it this? Yeah. So it's this like old Quest: A Long Ray's Journey into Light, 1986. It's this like computer animation. And it's got that little bit. It's like do 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 do, but like they sped it up.
That's fucking awesome. I love how like eclectic the samples are.
Oh, they're fucking weird. They're weird fucking samples. And I love it because it sounds so like weird and lo-fi and bizarre. And it's like, that is my favorite. I think that is my favorite sample. I do really like the one on I Want It, I Need It, but like I do really like that sample because he raps over it so perfectly.
Oh my god, yeah, it's so good. Yeah. And the fact that he's able to rap to that is crazy.
It just makes it so perfect.
Yeah, just like, what was it?
No for it.
Yep.
Okay, so I Want It, I Need It is Interstellar Overdrive from Pink Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
So do 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 do. Fucking love that song. Is incredible. The way that he raps over it is so good. But also just the cringiest lyrics on this entire whole album, I think. I mean, at least the most understandable and therefore the cringiest. But I think this might be my favorite track. It's so good. It's this or known for it, honestly.
It's like this is gonna be a deep cut here, but just like the drive back from Myers Park.
Yep.
It's like this album is the because it was a mixtape and I had it in the wrong order. I would always be listening to this when I was driving on our street back to our house.
My God.
And so like this is what I would come home to for like I think like 2 months. I listened to Death Grips pretty much exclusively in my car. And it was always this, and it was just like driving through the neighborhood with this was hilarious in retrospect.
And it's just to the tune of Interstellar Overdrive, which I fucking like, which I bet you've never heard.
Nope.
You've never really listened to any Pink Floyd, have you?
No, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I went through a whole period where I listened to like a good amount of Pink Floyd.
But not like.
I mean, I might have heard Interstellar Overdrive before and just don't remember what it is. Let me just see. Oh, I mean, yeah, of course, it's what I was just listening to because it's the sample.
It was literally just straight sample. No,
I don't think I ever listened to this album. I never listened to The Piper at the Gates of Dawn ever.
Yeah, because this is like old.
Yeah, I never listened to this. I hit their greatest hits.
Yeah,
it was a period of time where I was trying to like shore up my like pop culture knowledge, and I was like, I should listen to like Pink Floyd because
So, I mean, like, yeah, like Saucer Full of Secrets and stuff, like, it gets fucking weird. Like, Pink Floyd was a weird band before they became what I would describe as more mainstream prog. Like, they were just like, I've used the term pop prog before, and I'm sure people are, like, cringe at that, but, like, I mean, come on, dude, listen to fucking Saucer Full of Secrets and then tell me that, like, what they did on Dark Side of the Moon is not pop prog, okay? Like, they were fucking a weird band. It was just nonsense music. Same like with like King Crimson and shit. Like it's like nobody can tell me that was like listenable to the average human being. Most people are like, the fuck is this? This is nonsense bullshit. God, oh shit. Every time he does the rap over the Interstellar Overdrive, it's just so good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
I do feel like though, Blood Creepin', of all of the albums we've listened to up to this point, is the weakest outro track.
It just feels it feels like they lost control a little bit.
It does feel a little bit like I'm fighting Gygus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the rest of the album is like carefully controlled and orchestrated chaos.
Yeah.
And this just feels a little bit like chaos. Just a little bit. I agree. I've always felt this was the weakest track.
Gygus heard itself in its confusion.
Yeah. It's just like they're doing a lot here and it gets a little bit much.
But yeah, man, holy shit. Death Grips.
Yeah. Death Grips.
I like I said, I felt when I was listening to both of these albums, right? Like both the albums you recommended, that like initially I had the same experience with both, that I didn't get what I thought I was going to get. I'd listened to Death Grips before, and so I thought I knew what Death Grips was, and I was incorrect. And with the Pillows, I guess, I mean, technically I listened to them before, but I just didn't remember. But like, I was very impressed by this album. Like, this album is fucking it's nuts.
Hell yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what, like, it's hard to coalesce my feelings on it. It's really good. It's really, I guess that's it. It's really good. This is a really good album. That's the end of it. I don't know that I'm going to like go back and like continually listening to this, but like I might go back and study this album and just try to figure out like, ooh, that was really good. Can I incorporate that somehow into things that I'm doing?
Yeah, I'm sure it's the production process is hilarious. I have to imagine.
It feels very meticulous and it feels very like concentrated that they just like, all right, we need like 3 amazing elements instead of like whereas like Run the Jewels was like, let's make like 36 like really cool things. They're like, let's take 3 things and put them into a track and make them the best ideas possible. Like I feel like the lanes of like stuff in this is very minimal, but everything shows up at just the right time. Like, you know,
I feel like the sushi analogy was like pretty much the correct one. It's exactly like that. It's just like it's Jiro. He's putting some rice on some fish, or the other way around, and that's it.
Yeah. Some rice on some fish. Jiro is very. Jiro's had a lot of sake. Jiro's putting rice on fish. Jiro's like, I just put the rice on the fish. It'll be fine.
I feel like he's the kind of person who, even if he had unlimited sake, he would make the sushi right. You know what I mean?
I feel like that is true.
He would like make the perfect onigiri and then like pass out.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because last time you described these both in the vein of like burgers, and I do like I think like if Run the Jewels is like this like 7 or 8 ingredient like giant maki roll that's deep fried and then, you know, covered with like, you know, like 3 different sauces, and it's delicious.
Yeah, it is.
But this is like, I put a piece of fish on rice and it's transcendent.
Yes. Yeah, it blows your mind. You're like, I didn't know this was possible.
Yeah. So no,
Great.
This was, I'm glad that you recommended it because I did not have the proper appreciation for this that I should have. This is a fantastic and very eye-opening album.
Yes, I'm glad. Because I knew you would like it.
Yeah.
You know, I knew you would at least recognize what it is.
No, I recognize the greatness of this, and man, I just really wish sampling was more legal.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I guess it should be obvious that was the reason, but I never knew. That's very interesting.
It makes sense in retrospect. I didn't even think about it, but like it's like, oh, obviously, you know, of course,
this all sample album. It's hard to find.
Yes, everything is samples. Fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll send you some albums next time. I got 2. So okay. So wait, you owe me. What was the album you said you were gonna do? You're gonna give me a Deer Hunter album.
Yes.
Give me a Deer Hunter album. I'm going to recommend, I've got My Bloody Valentine and Slow Dive, which are 2.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. I want to listen to more Bloody Valentine.
Okay. So those are 2 like old school shoegaze albums. And I'm going to hit you with those. And then you just give me one more and we'll have a fucking podcast.
Hell yeah.
All right,
well,
man.
Until next time.
Yes. See ya.
See ya.